A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan is brought to you by...
Staying in quarantine is a bore. ABC in the humidor. Since you can't go through the doors, they'll deliver it. It's a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
ABC Fine Wine and Spirits and thehumidor.com.
Yep. So ABC locations are open across Florida.
My brain hurts right now.
If you want to get that delicious spirit or craft beer, I know they're still doing the Florida craft beer promotion.
The 20% off.
Yes. If you want to support Florida craft beers, ABC is trying to help them. Also, all the fine wines and maybe some White Claw. I know that
I'm on the hunt for tequila this weekend.
Yeah.
Gotta get a little tequila. That's become like my new thing in here.
Yeah.
Like even when we do our daily shot, I do a little bit of tequila. But yeah, ABC has everything that you need. And a good friend of ours, a good friend of the show, Sabrina Ambra from the News Junkie, she rolled through there. They're practicing the social distancing and doing everything that they should.
Yeah.
They just threw it right in her trunk.
Yeah, they got curbside pickup.
Yeah,
if you
she
want.
just pulled right up, and this a guy came out and just loaded up the back of her car. She took a picture with him, hashtag TDABC, and away she went.
Well, speaking of that hashtag, we are starting weekly giveaways for anybody who uses the hashtag TDABC. We are giving away our beach hats, our straw beach hats for the summer. It's
you're giving away your currency.
Yeah.
My God.
So
everything must be done at Tom's house if he's giving the listeners the straw hats.
I think Tommy Gilligan won this past week for his hashtag TDABC.
Hey, man, the more you go, the more you enter, the more you could win.
And that really helps us. So when you shop at your local ABC, also if you want some cigars at thehumidor.com delivered to your house in a little humidor package so that they stay perfectly fresh, use promo code Tom and Dan. That's how they know that you listen to us.
Indeed, and they've been putting together a lot of great deals.
Yeah.
It's thehumidor.com.
Yep. So whether it's ABC or the Humidor, just use the promo code or the hashtag TDABC.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 569,
dudes! That's what you do. You gotta put a little bit of production work in.
No, Mike. Hey, I yelled 90s, but no one heard me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was putting them on slow today.
You guys promised me 90s.
I gave you 90s.
You gave me a little bit of 90s.
My hair won't spike. I talked to Andrea about this.
We did. We had a discussion, and I have a drawer full of just 90s T-shirts.
He was telling me.
And I was offering him them, but he...
No, this is 90s. It's an NSYNC shirt.
Yeah.
It's got the guys from NSYNC. Hey, welcome to the show. It's, 569 of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Butler, our sales guy extraordinaire. He's here. You doing all right, buddy? Or are you still a little sad from yesterday?
I'm okay.
Okay. Tom's being real mean around here.
What are you talking about? You guys are bullying me.
If you watch the beginning of the show, there's only one guy not dancing.
Okay.
There's only one guy not dancing,
No
and
fun,
it's
Tom.
old Scrooge over here.
Yeah, listen. You guys are the one on a serious business call, and after you're making fun of me, bullying me.
You were on a serious
You weren't that
business.
serious during that call.
No, that call fell into what my dad would have called good old boy territory.
It was 90s.
It got real 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to talk about that? Hey, look, you got stuff to get out of the way. Okay, let's get some stuff out of the way.
Business time.
Let's do some business time.
Well, I was going to...
Do your business dance.
This is not business. I was laughing at the 90s and the 69. Who would have thought this many years later, still laughing at 69 when I was in middle school or earlier, maybe elementary school when I learned what that was?
Yeah.
Laughed, and now 38 years old laugh.
Yeah.
Will I always laugh?
Probably.
And it's not something you typically... Like most people, I don't think it's a move that you typically... It's not like...
No.
It's a chopping trait.
Excuse me?
You like 69?
I enjoy it.
They're good jokes.
I enjoy it, but my wife is here. I know you don't enjoy it.
Farts are still funny, though.
Whoa. Do not. We're talking about something different. We're talking about something different.
Don't say
Talking about the actual act
I thought
of 69.
Samantha was going to punch me yesterday when I made a joke about girls farting during sex. And everybody here was like, whoa, whoa. And I was like, sometimes you get an elbow and you got to push on her Taco Tuesdays. And one of them falls out because you're really pumping it good after some gringos. By the way, open for delivery and pickup.
Yeah.
We're going to do
Gringos,
that for
not-
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, we are going to.
Anyway, real quick, our doc is still on Amazon, free for download. We're trying to get to 10,000 downloads, almost there. We'd appreciate if you just give it a try if you have the time. Also, new merch on our site, and we're giving away free T&D glasses and some stickers with that merch purchase. So,
I call it a merchus.
We'll just talk about the bullying that you guys did to me.
How dare
Well,
you?
no. Let's talk about the bullying we did to Butler.
Well,
How did we bully you?
first off,
I know I bully you a lot.
we're happy to have a new sponsor, Liquid Glass Guard. You can go to liquidglassguard.com, enter promo code Tom and Dan.
Every time you say liquid glass guard, I kind of feel like we're in an old truck, and it's just not going to make it. Is it going to do it?
Believe me,
Liquid glass guard. Okay, did it. We made it.
I Eminem myself in the bathroom. I was like, you only got one chance. Liquid Glass Guard.
He's good at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If we could focus his business mind on like mundane, like family tasks or fun tasks.
So you get 20% off if you use promo code Tom and Dan, and Butler sent them some new T&D magnets for every order that uses that promo code.
Yeah.
They'll send a brand new magnet.
And that stuff's really good. I'm doing, in fact, I think you're getting my car washed.
Yep.
Because I've been in and out. I've been riding the scooter. I just haven't had it on me. And then I'm going to glass guard my my windows up.
Yeah. You could do your windshield, also the front of your car for love bugs.
Headlights, yep.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I'm starting to see all the love bugs.
Yeah,
They're
it's coming.
They're showing up now.
That's partly, and here's the thing, like completely honest to our listeners, we really appreciate a company advertising at this point in time and during everything going on.
Honestly, it's one of those things where you're like, wow, okay, of course we need the help, and we would love to get your message out and help your product. So,
of course, everything has basically grinded to a halt, and people are struggling, and companies everybody's like basically in a holding pattern, seeing what's going on. So we really appreciate having a new advertiser during this time.
Yeah, they're super nice guys.
And if you guys could support us and support them, it really does help. But during the business meeting with the Liquid Glass Guard guys, which were...
he threw an extra G on it. Hold on a second. This goes back to my theory last
What was in
week.
your Poke Bowl?
Hold on. 2 weeks ago, we were trying to pay somebody using Venmo, and I'm the tech guy, and I couldn't figure out how to do it.
It was Cash App.
Our Cash App. And then this guy, I'm like, I don't know how to... He's like, I need some help in here, how to do it. Then he walks in here, and then the whole facade, this whole, like, R-word thing that we've been kicking around, or special needs, or whatever you want to call him, it's all fake, because he's like, you need to put in the cash tag. Put the cash tag in there, and that'll make it work. And I did it, worked perfectly. I'm like, wait a minute. He's lying to us to get us to do stuff that he just doesn't want to do.
Isn't this what you do when you say, I don't know how to load the dishwasher?
Joe called out.
That's fine. She's helping my argument.
So,
Totally justified.
are you accusing me of acting special needs? So
Yes.
everybody does work around
100%.
Oh my God, you're faking your special needs.
It's the equivalent of when I go to Disney and I
Stolen
use
valor.
my mom's handicap pass to get I get better parking at Disney using my mom's handicap pass, and then I limp into Hollywood Studios. It's the equivalent of that, sir. Yes.
They're like, oh, we better help him. You know, it's
You need a wheelchair, sir? No wheelchair. War vet.
So, anyway.
Stolen valor.
So during
Did 7 tours. I don't think they did that many. Well, I did.
So during our phone meeting,
don't know.
all their guys are on the line. It's a conference call. They got their social media, the marketing guy,
And they did that move where they're getting everybody, and then it just kept ramping up. So it was like starts the social media guy, then it's like all the bigwigs from the company are on the line.
Yeah. And then me and Travis, and then of course, like we have this deal where we put the phone on speakerphone, and then we put it on a Zevia can or whatever can.
We're very fancy. Yeah, we don't have that big round thing that big companies have, where they spend like $2,000 on basically what's just a UFO shaped phone. It does nothing more than your iPhone. It's the biggest fucking waste of money.
I have that at work.
It's a waste of money. It's a big fat UFO phone.
We got fancy yesterday and put it on the Yankee candle.
I saw that.
That's for good luck.
So, and most people have seen the studio, but if you haven't, basically we have the recording studio, then just one office and a lobby. We got a small space here, so it's no privacy. So during business calls, Daniel, Samantha
come
can
here so we can make fun of you guys while you're fucking it all up. Why do you think we're in here? And then we snicker and we side eye each other, and then we write down the things that you guys say, and then we laugh at how fucking dumb you are.
And I have the tendency to ramble on sometimes. And I don't know why it is. It drives Crystal crazy. But if someone doesn't talk on the other line or doesn't interrupt me, I'll just keep going.
They don't have a chance to. You don't give them a chance.
Because I feel like if I
1 millisecond of silence and he's back at it.
His business plan is if I talk the entire time,
can't say no.
They can't say no. Yeah, that's it.
It's genius.
It literally, and when you get to the end, it's like, what do you think? And they're like, I yes, I heard it. I heard it. Yes. All right, welcome to the team, Liquid Glass Guard. So they're like, Liquid Glass Guard guys.
Hasn't she talked about this? Hasn't Crystal talked about this? When you go to Miami, you won't shut up. And she's like, I just want silence.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
There's a lot of that. So anyway, and then
we're bullying you right now, talking about bullying you.
You talk so much. Wouldn't you not want to
I know.
That's what he claims, right? He says that he only gets to talk here, and that's why he talks so much. You talk at home, dude.
There's no one. And then, I'll tell you a story about talking to Tommy and Max, because now they're getting old enough to have a conversation.
You're driving your wife double? Holy fuck!
I'll be driving them
Crystal
crazy.
and 3 Toms talking at all. Oh, that poor woman.
Max is silent. Tommy, he's a talker too. He's got what I got.
That's one of my favorite songs by a band that I absolutely love. Oh God, it's called Max the Silent. I'll send it to you. Paw. The name of the band was Paw. It's a grunge band. Look up Paw. One of my favorite bands of all time. Max the Silent. Great song.
So I get to talking, and then Daniel, we've talked about this before. I hear myself talking.
You start throwing around like you get comfortable.
My mind is wandering as I'm talking, so I'm not even thinking about what I'm talking, doing the whole.
You gotta up your Adderall dosage.
Spiel, and then I'm thinking, and then I start, and then I'm like, oh, don't fuck this up. What have you been saying?
Hold on.
What are you saying?
If only you could rewind time.
And and then I end up saying things like "Don't blow your load" at the beginning. That Daniel and
that was we wrote that down and we did big side eyes because you're like, I don't necessarily want to blow your load this fast, so come back.
And
a good cum joke to seal the deal.
And then they so there's another thing that we've been.
You fall into the comfortability of throwing around things like, you guys been working hard or hardly working. You get that
Pop,
comfortable.
little,
it's a lot like my dad.
Dadisms.
It's a lot like my dad. My dad was the
old
consummate salesman. He's throwing around he had the vernacular. He had the little phrases.
Colder than a witch's titty out here.
Yeah, all the phrases.
It's definitely like I'm selling an RV.
It's definitely. I mean, he's minutes away from got your nose pulling a coin out of a kid's ear. It's like.
So there's been a thing we've never talked about this, but we give Butler a lot of shit because every sales proposal he sends out, and he's done dozens. In the past hour you've worked here, 8 or 9 months. What is it? What has it been?
Yeah, how long have you been here, Lee?
Oh, that's
you grow hair. God, I thought we didn't have medical hair restoration on the books anymore. They do great work, everybody. Wow, and you lost a lot of weight and got handsome all of a sudden.
What has it been? 3 years or so?
3 years, yeah.
You don't look like a black metal penis.
Jesus Christ, 3 goddamn years.
I just Tom Vance.
That's insane.
Over my microphone
I know.
left.
Dude, it's crazy.
So anyway, every time Travis sends out a proposal, he does a little bit of Photoshop on the cover page, and
little bit of Photoshop. This motherfucker does industrial light and magic Pixar shit.
Maybe, in fact, we've made fun of him that there's more work put into the Photoshop of the cover page.
They're 20 minutes versus hours. If you're doing what's the exchange rate on that?
So we give him some shit about his Photoshop on the front page, and
no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's good. It's not. We give him shit, but it's not we're giving you shit because it's bad Photoshop.
Right.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
it's
he knows what he's doing.
It's really good.
You gotta bring him in.
That's a strong suit.
And he does some stuff for me, like little graphics, and he can bang stuff out like super fast. Like last week when I did that song, the It's Fine song, to Tootsie Slide, he did like a mimic of Drake's cover immediately, did it in like 5 minutes.
And this reminded me of the Michael Scott Office episode where he has the meeting at, Chili's with the
Chili's or Applebee's.
The district of the school district, like superintendent or whatever.
Was it Tim Meadows?
Yeah. Trying to get the account for the paper for the schools, and then what is it? Jan goes in there all business, and the person's not in. So anyway, this is similar to that where I told Butler before, I was like, no one cares about the Photoshop. It's just bullshit. They want the meat and potatoes of the advertising.
That has
deal.
been said. Yes,
the facts. No one cares about the art on the front of the cover.
You're wasting your time with your gay little pictures, I think is what you yelled at him one time.
And the guys at Liquid Glass Guard were like, we really enjoyed the attention to detail on the cover of the Photoshop of the proposal.
Yeah,
we like
put
that.
Our name on the windshield and in like water droplets, and when we saw that, we knew you guys meant business.
Blew Tom's wig off. I couldn't believe it. I think that hit Andrea's leg.
Did you just barf?
Did I spit a lot?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
It's on the coffee table.
Too much sauce on your Porkin.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's there. I see it. My
Cover
God.
your drink.
Probably not the best time to be
You know
spitting,
what?
everyone.
You're slop mouth Andy.
I present Exhibit A to the jury.
Sorry about that.
Slop mouth Andy.
Remember when he almost died in there earlier drinking that Zevia?
Yeah, he choked and blew it all over his.
Is this beat up Tom Day?
Every day is beat up Tom Day.
Listen, I'm happy.
But he beat up Butler. Well, let's finish the story because like you would think that if you're ending the story. That the owners of a new client, new company, that come to us want to get their message out, and Butler, they're singing Butler's praises. They're giving him accolades on the phone and talking about how much they really enjoyed the attention to detail, and it really drew them in the presentation. It's almost like a well-written resume. If you can be eye-catching and memorable, you want to stamp yourself in that client's mind.
You put a T&D logo on a windshield wiper.
He's still doing it. He said, so tell everybody what you did.
Well,
for all intents and purposes, your assistant.
I started making fun of
just ripped the Band-Aid off.
He just started mocking to the client. On the phone. So the guys are like the guys on the phone, the cool guys from Liquid Glass Guard. See, I can't even say it as good as you can. Are like, yeah, we really appreciate that kind of stuff. And Tom's like, what? His funny little cartoons. His little drawings. Oh, get out of here!
I think I called
you can be real.
Clip art.
You did call it clip art.
You did call it clip art.
You used the term clip art, which is really disrespectful.
Yeah.
Also, it shouldn't instill confidence that I have any idea about technology in a technology-based business.
It's the thumb drive thing all over.
Calling it clip art.
Might I add, the last 3 clients that we've signed have all
I know
complimented the my clip art.
I know. Truly did say
let's
something
rewind.
too.
So the last three have complimented the packaging, the presentation, the aesthetics of what you've done.
Correct.
But Tom, when they compliment, he is always quick to yell into the speakerphone how the clip art is silly and
It's
stupid.
like, what do you have Butler here for? He's doing.
Now hold on a second.
He's doing
I
a good
like
thing.
I'm going the different direction. I like that Tom does that. And that's why we're in business. Because it makes me laugh.
You're almost insulting the client because if they like it and you
Right.
It's
you don't
not
like that.
Look, it's not about making this company work or surviving. It's about what Tom and I think is funny, what the fuck we want to do.
Yeah.
It's about us.
There's no way it was just a clip
You
art.
think
that told
fish cams for the listeners, fish cams for us?
Hey,
it's about the
packaging,
numbers.
Daniel will buy something just because of the packaging.
I will.
So,
I will.
don't.
I'm a T&D logo on a windshield wiper motherfucker. I will see that. They put our logo on windshield wipers?
Then you're like, sign, whatever.
Yeah, I'm
whatever
like,
you-
whatever it takes.
So anyway, we appreciate this business advertising with us. Like I said, especially during this time. So just use promo code.
Good
Tom and
product,
Dan.
too.
Yeah, it is.
You're gonna skip over all the other shit, like how you asked for bikini pics.
No,
Whoa.
What?
Oh, we're not supposed to talk
I
about
was
that?
making a joke. You have to
I
add
don't know. I was
levity.
walking
Okay.
past
No,
the door and
but
I
they-
heard
I
that.
learned that.
I looked at Dan. I'm like, what the fuck is
Because the
happening?
owner goes, well, would you like some high resolution photos of? We have some models and some ladies that are holding our products and stuff. Oh, are you talking about a bikini pic? You got any thongers from a donger?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I made a
took me off
bikini
guard.
pic joke.
Samantha,
90s.
It took me off guard.
Did the owner say he had a professional photo shoot representation of his product, and then Tom asked the owner for the bikini pics? Did that happen?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, it's in context. You don't understand how we were.
You don't. No, that's
I've
normally where
established
you
a
don't
rela-
understand how business works.
I've established the relationship. Now we're joshing a little bit.
Joshing?
having some locker room talk.
How dare you?
Locker room talk. I think, you know what? I'm back in with you because I don't think it's too soon anymore. I think you
Your
can say
dad.
that.
He's turning into your dad.
He is turning into my dad. I have said this months ago. I
Yeah.
made this prediction.
I hope they-
Dude, you are turning into my father.
Little shorts, just joshing.
I hope they pull their advertising.
No, what you doing?
First day.
No, I just spit everywhere.
Why would you say any of this? Well, so we're done. We haven't even built them yet.
I'll send him some clip art apology.
I just spit everywhere now.
Everyone's spitting.
Butler sends him a clip art apology. We're very sorry. We're so sorry. That
Sorry, my boss
Tom
has
was
special
asking.
needs.
And what was
And
the
then
other
the cherry
thing?
on top was his closer.
Oh, yes, Samantha, thank you. So the closer, what he says, because he'd gotten in too deep. I'm crying. He'd gotten in too deep. He's having fun. He became one of the good old boys. He's
locker room talk.
high-fiving, locker room talk, giving the bikini pics. Oh, no, they're real pics. Oh, but you know what I'm talking about. Am I right? This guy. Then at the very end, he's like, hey, guys, in all seriousness, be careful out there.
Yeah. That I don't know why.
I don't either.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And they didn't know what to say. either.
Shoot for the moon, baby.
They didn't know what to say either because he goes, hey, guys, in all seriousness, well, be careful.
And it
Tom
got
doesn't have
silent.
empathy, so
No.
that's weird.
It is weird.
I panicked.
You.
I
You did panic. I could hear the panic.
I didn't have an outro
Just
planned.
say,
I was talking. I was like, oh shit, wrap
How
this
about
up, you
thank
idiot.
you, bye.
have a good weekend.
I'm sitting here
Yeah,
spinning
yeah.
the wheel. I'm like, all right,
I
wrap it up.
mean, the easiest thing, and I've heard you say it before, is, hey, guys, we're really appreciative that you'd come to us, and we're really looking forward to helping you guys
Right.
out. And this is a cool new relationship. Let's have some fun.
But
I mean, you've said things like that before. Why did you go in all seriousness? Be careful out there.
Because I think I wrapped it up like 2 or 3 times. I kept repeating myself, which I tend to do.
Oh,
And then
you
it's
were
like
me getting off the phone with my
circle
mom.
talker.
circle
100%.
talking back, and then
Be careful out there. You don't even wish Samantha a happy birthday. You told
I
Liquid
know.
Glass guys. You told them, be careful out there.
As you say now, be safe.
Buckle up, friends.
It's fine.
Hi, guys. In all seriousness, don't forget to wear your Jimmy hats. Why don't you tell them that?
Guard it up. They're like, that's not our saying. Don't say that. Like, I don't know. Look, don't talk about this meeting.
Hi, guys, it's Tom Vannigan. Let's talk about this new campaign I came up with called Regarded. We can't do that, Tom. All right, I'll call you tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Every day he's calling and bothering them with new dumb ideas.
Please, I'll call us.
I
Stop that.
I hope they recorded this conference call because most of all my conference calls, I'm recording this, so if you need to go back. So I hope they recorded it and they are listening to it.
If they did record it, I would. I'll pay for a copy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your client now.
Right.
Liquid glass guard.
Anyway,
but hey, we're excited about it. But it was funny. Goddamn, that was funny. And hey, nice job.
Yeah, nice job.
Well
on
done.
The clip art.
Thank
That seemed to like that. His plan's all part of it, I guess.
Do you think that Tom went home that night and said, I can do some fucking clip art? He's like,
You remember when he made his first...
Photoshop.com. I'm going to fucking show this to both.
Remember when he made his first meme and he shared it in the group chat? He was so proud
Yeah,
of
and
it.
he never did another because we
Never
bullied
did it
him.
Well done. Everybody gets on my shit. You guys are the worst bullies here. Anyway, so
We're pretty bad.
A couple of exciting things happened this week.
Yes, sir.
So that happened. Also, we got a FishCam up and running.
FishCam is a go.
So, courtesy of Top Shelf Aquatics in Winter Park, great company, and we actually met with them before all this went down in February. We went by Top Shelf in Winter Park and toured their facility, toured their store.
Yeah, if you've never been, like, even if you're not really, like, even if you're just like, you just, I want to dabble, it's worth going just to see the facility.
Yeah, and
they're actually expanding.
Yeah. They're one of the biggest coral dealers in the nation, and the guy has a really cool story too. One of the owners basically started this young guy too, and speaking of being young, younger than me, like I make the joke about how I'm a dumb old man all the time, but I really don't think that.
No, I don't.
I think that
You're cool and hip.
I'm young. Not that I'm cool and hip, but like I still consider myself pretty young. Like even though 38 isn't that young.
Forgot his age yesterday.
But
Yeah.
Called himself 37. Yeah.
So, but
just like my dad.
Hanging on his youth.
My dad would have to ask my mom how old he was. Dude, I'm telling you, it's happening.
When I was talking to the owner of Top Shelf Aquatics, he was, he didn't know about the radio station back in the day, or he wasn't familiar with that. So he was like, how'd you guys start all this? And then we, went through the whole
And we
spiel.
never like telling people how we started this. So we're going through the spiel and we're talking with him a little bit.
Yeah. And then I brought up, I was like, we started out this radio station on 104.1. We started the podcast, whatever. And then at the radio station, and then I mentioned Drunky the Bear.
You pastranaed him. Yeah.
And, he's like, Drunky the Bear? He's like, I used to listen in my dad's truck.
He freaked out, yeah. Like, legitimately paused.
My dad listened to you, and you did all the that crazy shit.
Yeah.
He's like, my dad listened to you.
He was like, I think I listened to you when I was like 11 or 12.
No, he was like 15.
Did you starry-eyed it because he knew you did all this crazy stuff?
No, I immediately felt old. because
my right hand's a little rusty, but if you want an autograph, I might be able to do you.
You were listening to me as a kid? I'm 15? Like, that is what stuck in my mind, and I was like, "Oh,
see if I can still do the old
Dude,
DTB."
I was listening to Dan when I was like 13, probably.
Yeah, but Dan's old.
And I was listening. I was listening to you when you were 13.
That makes it creepy.
Anyway,
that's probably younger than that, actually.
We are now.
Why? Andrew's like, what?
We're getting the salt water ready for fish.
Oh, here I'll put and
that should be.
That's why there's no fish in there.
Yeah.
There's no.
It takes 2 weeks to acclimate the water to get it ready for the fish to be added. So
it's way too complicated for us to have it.
So how are you going to have to check the pH, or do they come and check the pH?
they have a service.
We do have. There are certain tasks that we have. Like we have to
fill the reservoir,
top it off, fill the reservoir. We have to put in some of this additive to help treat the. Yeah, it's their fish is good as bad.
No. They're saying
we're totally killing fish.
No, their weekly Top Shelf is going to come here.
We're not the worst bullies. The chat's the worst bullies. They're asking if you asked him if you wanted to jump fish tanks for him. Like they're going in.
Yeah, they always do. They always do.
We're also going to add a charity component to the fish tank. So,
I'm excited about this, man.
Once we get all the because we're a little bit limited to the type of fish we could put in there.
It's small. It's a small tank.
65-gallon tank. So you have a certain type of fish you could put in there. But we're going to get all that together with Steven from Top Shelf, and then we're going to put up a bidding site, and people can actually name the fish in our fish tank and bid on that, and then we're going to give all that money to a local charity.
Yep. All of it.
We're going to figure out whether it be Yellow Brick or a charity that helps with
COVID-19.
Yeah, people affected.
Yeah.
But we'll keep it local, and hopefully we'll raise some money.
Yeah, we'll let you know all about it, because I think it'd be kind of cool to have the fish on there, and then a total of what they brought in to see who's kind of the champion charity fish.
And then we'll put the fish's names on the FishCam on the side.
Yeah. There'll be a guide of who's who, so when you're watching FishCam, you'll know which one is cum bucket and which one is
the N-word. No restriction,
no
whatever
restriction
you want
whatsoever.
Cum bucket killed.
Yeah, we'll introduce a predator in there and see who survives.
She can't say the word titties, but she can say cum bucket. I don't understand you. Eats her own pickles if she makes them, but doesn't eat regular pickles, thinks they're disgusting. I don't understand you.
So
you're an alien.
Since
beautiful alien, but you're an alien.
Thank you.
Since Andrea is here and she's got limited time because she's got to go back to work, but
she ain't got nothing to do.
I want to ask you, because you're logical like me, and I imagine you parent similar, or at least have conversations with Maisie.
What, you mean a pushover? Complete pushover.
Well,
you know who has to do the heavy lifting? Old Danny D.
After this, we should tell about the conversation I had to have with her last night.
Yeah, that's your
fault. About what fell out of my purse.
That's your fault.
But anyways, go ahead.
God.
I had to throw...
She's gotta go!
Yeah, no, and I because this had happened to her, I lit the fuse. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it happen.
But anyways, yes.
You know how Max likes to dance, right?
Oh, yeah.
Max is a dancer.
Dancing machine.
He's a great dancer. He really is.
And so he his favorite song...
Even with a broken collarbone, he'll just bust it.
His favorite song right now is Broken by, what is it, Life of the Band or something, the band?
Oh, we looked that up. Band, Life the Band or something. Yeah, we looked it up.
Anyway, so I was trying to find other dance songs for him, and I was like, hey, Max, this is a song I used to listen to.
Lovely the Band?
Lovely the Band, there we go. And but I mentioned Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast, because I was like, Daddy used to listen to this when he was younger, and it's a good dance song. Yeah, this is Max's favorite dance song. But
I should share Maisie's playlist with you so he can dance to some of Maisie's favorite songs.
She likes Dua Lipa.
So,
that's a good tune. Yeah, I know this tune.
I played Bombs Over Baghdad.
Oh, God. Bombs Over Baghdad.
International Underground.
It is a good dance song.
That's a good,
That's a great song.
And then
video's amazing.
I'll dance with Max, and then Tommy usually will stand on the couch, and then he's like the promoter.
Okay. The hype man.
Oh, the hype man.
He's the hype man.
Yeah. He'll yell another one, or
he'll go, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Little John, okay. So,
how did you used to dance to this, Tom? I'm interested.
I'd like to see you fast scoop.
Yeah.
With his hair. Fast scoop.
He just ran in place like the video.
I kicked my stick legs out.
No.
He does like the what is that? The Charlie Chaplin with the two forks.
It's like a potato with toothpicks.
Look at him go.
So anyway, that night after we played Bombs Over Baghdad, now the boys will ask Alexa to play like Bombs Over Baghdad.
So they liked it.
Yeah,
okay.
They liked it.
Good. They have good taste. Outkast, phenomenal.
So usually, because I'm a bad parent and I can't set boundaries, Tommy and Max will ask me to lay down with them in their bed until they fall asleep, and I'll do it. And so while I'm doing that, we usually have nighttime conversations about this and that or whatever.
Oh, you guys get rolling tape on that, buddy.
Yeah.
I used to do it with May.
Yeah, we have.
I used to do it with May all the time, man. You got to roll tape on that,
and not let them know. Just kind of set it there.
Just set it on your chest and let them roll.
And why I do it and I enjoy it is because they're only doing it to buy time to stay up later.
For sure, yeah.
So they keep the conversation going. Normally during the day, they're too busy to talk to their old man. I want to have a heart-to-heart with them, and they're like, "Get out of here! I'm playing or whatever." They don't want to have.
They just want to stay up. But if staying up means all they have to do is talk to Dad, they'll do it.
Yeah. So then they keep it going. They'll ask further questions, and I enjoy it because I'm like, I'm talking to my sons. Anyway, so the other night after we did this dance party, Max asked, he's like, "Daddy, who's Baghdad?" Right, and I was like, oh, well, it's not a person, it's a city in a country, and
you could have really done the long con on that.
By the way, my misinformation is real bad because I'm guessing all this.
You don't know what Baghdad is?
I know what it is, but
Baghdad is not a country.
No, it's a city in a country. And then I started explaining, and then they're like, "Why are there bombs?"
I'll tell you why there's fucking bombs. I'll tell you why.
So this is my question.
Finally.
So then I started going. I was like, well,
let's talk about QAnon. And the real shit.
There was a war the United States had against Iraq. Yes. And
oh my God.
So I started. Now I wanted to ask.
Do you know what a war is?
Yeah, you are Andrea.
Yes, we would have been very. We're honest.
Okay, you just tell them. So
I tell
same shit Andrea would have done. In fact, Andrea did it last night. She'll tell you.
So I'm like, well, there was a war the U.S. had with Iraq, and then there was bombs.
I don't know if I would have gotten so in. I would have said there's two places that they didn't like
fighting,
each other, and they were fighting. You have to
break it down. Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. I have a problem talking to kids.
Saddam Hussein.
Dude, I started going into weapons of mass destruction.
Oh my God.
They were asking. They're like, why?
There's a video. I was like 2004, 2005. There's a video. There's a video of he was I think he worked for NBC News. He was a journalist, Daniel Pearl. They decapitated him viciously. Yeah, it was horrible.
It all really started with George Bush Sr. and back in the 90s, and then old W wanted to get revenge for his old man.
Jesus Christ!
I started going.
He landed on the aircraft carrier and said, "We have won victory."
What do you, Andrea? Let me ask you this, because they started why did the America bomb Iraq? But I didn't.
You don't give specifics.
Right, you just say they just were having. You know how sometimes mommy and daddy have disagreements. Just two countries have disagreements.
Oh my God, jeez,
what? Give details.
Yeah, he's like.
So Crystal did run in and be like, "Why are you?
What are you doing? Why? Are you doing?
She overheard you doing war talk with your children."
Because then I'm like, I don't know what to tell them.
What's your favorite bomb, boys? Crystal will love that. Peaceful, calm, loving Crystal, and he's giving him the war talk.
How, baby, do I make it, or do I tell them the facts? Do I tell them?
They were dropping bombs on schools. Kids were dying left and right. There was a lot of collateral damage.
Just dumb it down a little bit.
About napalm.
The USA was in a war against Iraq. They were bombing them.
Use your word war.
Here, boys.
That's what Crystal said.
Boys,
don't sound war. Why are you saying? I'm like, I don't know. They asked. What am I supposed to say?
Come here, boys. Look at this picture on my phone. Now, this first one, this is a young Vietnamese girl. She's nude, running out with a can of Coke, and she's also got a bomb tied around her waist. She's about to explode.
I can't wait for the sex talk from Tom.
Why go so heavy, man?
Because I don't know what the line is.
Were they okay? What did they at the end of this? Were they okay, or are they having nightmares?
They're probably more confused than ever, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was confusing because then once Crystal yelled at me, I was like, "Oh no, it's just."
Now then when she yelled at you, they're probably really
just get them playing Call of Duty now. And you're all good.
I was like,
they're way more interested.
No big deal now.
Mission accomplished.
Anyway,
I'm never asking for that song.
I'm gonna have to figure out
moms over bad dads. There it is. Yeah. Moms over bad dads.
How I'm going to?
You could have talked poo-poo talk. You could have said
that could be a Mother's Day shirt.
We used to call toilets Baghdad, and so you're dropping bombs over Baghdad.
Because I thought about
that sounds oddly racist too. Don't say that.
But then I don't want to go too fake because then it's like they don't know that. Then I'm indoctrinating with
They're
bullshit.
Not going to remember this anyway.
They're 4 and 5. Baghdad's not a thing right now.
I know.
So last night I was
She did the same fucking thing.
I was changing out my purse to a different purse.
Which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't change out my wallet.
You got different purses for different occasions.
Yeah.
And this one had broke, so I was trying to take everything out of it. Well, I had it under my arm, and I came to get something from Daniel, and a tampon fell out.
Well, you didn't know it was there.
I didn't know.
It was just
on
laying.
the couch.
It was just laying on the couch like a French fry.
And
They're
then
falling
Maisie,
down.
She picks it up and she goes, "Mommy, what's this?" And Daniel looks at me and he's like, "I'm gonna get you." And he goes, "It goes in your vagina."
That's the first thing I said because I looked confused.
That's worse than Baghdad.
No, it's not. It's not because you got to do the next step. I go. It goes in your vagina. And Maisie goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, it goes in your vagina." Hey guys, I got to run to the studio real quick. Check on the fish. I got on the scooter. Rode out. And I rode out. I said, "Fuck you."
She continues asking questions like, "Mommy, why does it go in your vagina?" And so then I'm just like, "Because when you become a woman, you bleed from your vagina."
Oh my God!
Yes.
That's way worse than a weapons of mass destruction.
And then she looks at Daniel and she goes, "Ew."
Yeah.
But I was
knows. That's what I say.
I tried to
I still
how
say
do
that.
I dumb this?
I didn't know what it was when Maisie held it up. I go, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Is that a lightsaber? What is that?"
And it's just like,
you know what I thought it was for real? I thought it was the thing that holds toilet paper on the roll. They look exactly the same. If I were a woman, I swear to God,
is that out of the package?
Yeah, I swear to God, if I were a woman, 6 times out of 10, I would have the thing that holds toilet paper on in my vagina. Because it looks exactly the same.
It does. Why?
There's no difference whatsoever.
she's holding it up, waving it around, and Daniel's like, and so I took a beat before I said like it goes in your vagina when.
But that's my favorite thing to do with Andrea because like she is very honest with Maisie, and I try to abuse it. So like when Maisie was looking at baby pictures, you were in the hospital, and she's like, that was the day I was born, and we're like, yeah. I was like, you came out of mom's vagina, and she'll go. She's like, "No way." I was like, "You totally did. You came right out of mom's vagina."
You know,
but first she came out of my dick.
Oh my God. You're not ready for kids. Just a little too far.
That's right. I blame Andrea for telling Crystal to tell the boys the truth about how babies are born.
You should.
Yep.
I was like, what happened to the stork brings the baby?
And it's a penis and a vagina, not a cookie, not a no-no, not a ding dong.
Because I heard Tommy
ding dong
ask my wife that time in the bathroom how babies come out of your tummy, and then he was like, "You poop them out?" Like because and that's what she was
in
like.
The front.
You pee them out.
I think he's like, so they come out of your front butt. That's what he calls a vagina, front butt. And then I'm like, don't tell him that.
Yes.
Like, it's scary.
You look frazzled.
Scary.
I don't even want
You
to
think
know.
that's scarier than bombs over Baghdad?
Yes, it is to me. And,
Jesus, man.
You know what?
most
I'm with
Americans.
Tom. Tampon. Okay, hold on. If you're asking me what I would rather do, watch or help a tampon or fight a war, I'll go to war every day. I'll follow you to hell. I'm not. Fuck the tampon. That's gross.
It's
Yeah, Daniel's
confusing.
like, it's so gross. I'm like, it's not used. It's in a wrapper.
It shouldn't even have a wrapper. It's not a candy bar. It's a fucking. It's a
medical device.
It's a medical device. It should be in the thing that like the tattoo artist when he just cleans his tools.
It should be in the liquid glass guard.
Yeah, you should have gloves on when you put it on.
I forgot you said, like, you goes, yeah, boys are lucky. Oh, and then she was like, boys don't have to use these or
she
something?
goes, "Do boys bleed?"
And Daddy's like, no.
Once a month, and I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, we got
sometimes
the
the roids.
I didn't say that part.
That's a problem, but we don't do anything.
Tampon can't help that. Believe me, if it could, I'd be sitting on one right now.
Awkward boner in math class. That's about it. Yeah.
And all the other perks. We list them.
We make more money.
President,
God damn it.
the money,
more money.
strong,
Stand up to pee.
fast runners,
faster, not as emotional.
yeah.
Can push you down.
Yeah. The list goes on.
Yeah.
I don't know, May. She's
She's tough.
She's
Tough.
she is tougher than both my boys. She push them both down.
She's pretty tough.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
is.
So are you getting Max in a dance class or what?
Crystal mentioned,
should.
she's like, I want
You should.
a hip hop dance class.
You should, no, dude, they got great ones. You should totally do it.
That's fine. I mean, they could do it if
He'd
they
fucking
want
love
to.
it.
I'm just like, how much can you teach a 4-year-old to dance? Like,
I don't know.
it's not about like it's about letting him do something that's fun and get his energy out. And
also, it's about setting the
they're going to be that
the
shit
structure.
for 6 months or a year from now, anyway. So
it's YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
School's done forever, right? And then
that's what I heard.
And then all humans are going to be like more stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're as smart as you'll ever be right now.
Yeah. No one. This is it, guys.
Yeah.
We've
You saw like Georgia, you don't even have to take a road test to get a license anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
It's crazy.
As long as your parents sign off that you can drive.
Oh, that's pretty
you
cool.
can get a license
That's ridiculous.
right now.
All right, sign this Confederate flag. All right. Here's your license. And,
don't forget your hood on the way out.
My mom.
Seriously, the first thing you see when you drive into Georgia is that Confederate flag. It's bigger than Florida.
My mom would have literally signed any paperwork I gave her. It was like, sign this.
She takes your classes for you.
Yeah, she still does. She tried. I had it lined up for her to take my fucking driving thing until old nerd tits over here shut me down.
Somebody wants to know what Pop-Pop would have thought about Max and dance.
No. Well,
he'd
be
ready to
Line dance.
There is
a workaround
here. I would have had to gone the line dancing route if I ever mentioned
and
that.
The thunder rolls and the lightning
No, it's like watermelon crawl. Or...
He was.
You would let Max hump his hat.
He was.
Watermelon Crawl's a good fucking song.
My pop-up never had a cowboy hat. He was more of like an Everglades real man than a cowboy hat.
But
like
in Florida,
Texas.
you get a little bit of cowboy, you get a little bit of baseball. Baseball hat, stuff like that.
But, he started to warm up to a lot of like modern day stuff. But, he, I don't think, or he wouldn't have enjoyed most of what's going on. Right? I'm just saying. I had lots of conversations with him.
Trans what?
No, never brought that up.
Transmission accomplished. It's fine.
So anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out this parenting thing more. It's just, they don't
5 years in.
They don't really tell you. Like, I'm good at the playing and then all that stuff, but the
talking,
the serious talking and the
there's
education.
gonna be more
tell them, hey,
serious talk coming up.
Be safe out there, boys.
You can do that. I'm not. I don't believe that I'm going to be agile and athletic enough to keep up with May.
Right.
Oh, yeah. She's already riding a skateboard better than you can.
Yeah, I fell and my hand. You can't see the blood blisters fading away, but my wrist is like legitimately jacked.
She's killing it, man.
She's doing all right. Yeah. She's doing all right. But
I'm just going to pass her off to the professionals. Tony Rage,
Jenna Hurt. I already talked to Jenna, and Jenna's like, "Oh, good. But I got to get her out of the dress." She says because Jenna Hurt she's been Skyping back and forth with I think these girls that are in Africa that she helped and she had to convince the village elders. I think this is how the story goes, but she had to let them know, like the people there, that the dresses are nice and all, but they're not gonna. She had a phrase for it. She's like, you can't progress if you're in a dress. You got to put on like leggings and like a shirt,
gotcha.
So you don't have things getting tied up on you, and you got to have your pads.
Fall down.
We got to get her pads though.
Yeah, just call him Miguel Gallardo for like soccer. We'll just call him the professional.
Call in all the favors.
Well, you need to get her into a moneymaker. Not that skateboarding,
I know. I agree with him.
Good and fun, but there's not that much money.
NFL kicker.
Well, women, the biggest money makers to marry a really successful man.
Sorry to laugh.
Let's go to break.
Whoop your ass during break.
Oh yeah. I was channeling my pop.
You enjoyed that way too much. You looked over at me. It's the first time I've ever seen love in his eyes. He's like looking at me. He's like,
here's the hard eye. emoji.
Yeah. He gave me some love there.
Yeah.
Well,
just get to kicking. That's where the money's at.
You want to take a break? Oh, you want to do our shot first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Butler, you get a toast.
Yep.
All right. I'll put on your what is this thing called? Reverb. Yeah. Okay. Get my tequila here.
All right, to quote my meme my drunken uncle posted recently on Facebook, life is like a willy. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but it's not hard forever. Rock and roll boners 90210.
Oh my god.
So nice.
Boner
You should
toast.
have thrown that one in your meeting with Liquid Glass Guard. Right? That's very Liquid Glass Guard.
No, I'll end you guys with a dose.
It's easy to grin.
That's good.
That is really good. I have new
amazing
music.
That's all you needed.
Yeah.
This one was selected specifically for my wife. I didn't know you were going to be over here, but I do know that you love The Prodigy.
I do.
And this reminds me of them because I don't think this particular band knows what genre they want to be in, and I love bands that are like that. And the name of this band, they've been around, Enter Shikari. I've never heard of them. But it's a very interesting, almost dancey rock. It's aggressive, too. I really, really like it. Here we go. The name of the song is called The Dreamers Hotel. We'll be right back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, 1-844-TOMNDAN. Tell me what you think about this.
Scumbags, what's going on? It is Sam and Trav with your BDM clip of the week, Sam.
And Trav.
It happened again. Crystal got a food messed up again.
Crystal accidentally ate meat.
Well, not necessarily meat.
Just kidding.
But, she ordered something supposed to be vegetarian, and things went awry. Let's check out the clip.
So, we're eating.
That sounds delicious.
And then my wife eats a scoop of beans and rice, or because the beans come in a separate. You pour it over the rice. Delicious.
It pulls out a fully encased hot dog. I mean, a foot long.
No,
an 18-inch Nathan.
Close. She.
Poor Crystal, dude, every time.
Took a big bite of beans and then spit out on her plate what was about a quarter in diameter and about, I would say, 3/4 of an inch thick.
What, a ham chunk?
Mystery chunk.
Okay.
Mystery
it's got to be pork.
So she spits this mystery chunk out. It lands on her, and she's like, "What the hell is this? A hard mystery chunk? This mystery chunk is hard as a rock." And so
it was a rock.
So she picks it up and she starts examining it.
Rock.
Well, Juan knows exactly what it is, and I know from growing up in Miami
was it cat's eyeball?
No, I see it.
I don't know what it is. You're keeping me in suspense.
And I immediately put my head down and just start eating my shredded beef.
So it wasn't exactly meat.
No.
But it wasn't exactly not meat either.
I mean, it's meat involved.
Mm-hmm.
I will say if I'm eating beans, not for nothing, I'm not a vegetarian, but if I'm eating beans and a chunk of something hard is in my beans, I'm going to be a little upset as well.
Well, if you want to find out what the mystery not meat is,
at the Flavor Rock,
you have to sign up to become a BDM
at TomandDan.com.
GringosLocos.com.
Yeah, buddy.
All locations open for pickup. Also, they have, different delivery services. If you go to gringoslocos.com, you could see they work with Uber Eats.
We did this
DoorDash.
a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
That'll make your family happy.
Yeah, oh yeah. And Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and we got a couple promotions to promote for Gringos. First off, the Tom and Dan promotion. There are 3 locations, the Milk District, the downtown location, and Michigan.
Yes.
Butler dropped off koozies, magnets. There's some White Claw Gringos koozies. And basically, starting on Cinco de Mayo, if you want to be festive, order at those 3 locations. Tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener, and they will throw in a koozie, a magnet, a sticker.
You get a little something extra.
Yeah, whatever they have there, we dropped it off for them. So just mention Tom and Dan, and they'll put that in there. And they've got another Cinco de Nino. God damn it!
You can leave that in. I like that.
Yeah.
I think you gotta leave it to scream.
Cinco de Nino. Tell them about the de Nino.
I don't know what I know. Do you know what I know? They think of the Nino. Cinco de I don't know nothing. That's what you should have said.
God damn it. Why do I do
Do you want me to talk about this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're also doing these kits, and I mean, this is phenomenal. It's basically what we've done for birthday parties, just kind of pared down for families.
Yeah.
It's a create. See, I'm doing it now. God damn it! It's a create. You know what?
What?
I'm going to go lay in the street.
That's fine.
It's a create your own Double D taco kit for 4. And you can get this at the UCF location, at their catering facility as well. That's on Lee Road.
Yeah.
But all orders, you place your order, and then what you're going to get is the world famous Double D taco, homemade queso spread on that soft tortilla, wrapped around that crunchy tortilla filled with protein. You do the ground beef or chicken, roasted pork, black beans or pinto beans, and it's topped with cheese, lettuce, pico de gallo, sour cream, and they're even throwing in some mini guava empanadas for dessert. And it's going to feed, what does it say here? Feeds 4.
Yeah.
I think you can stretch that a little bit.
I know.
Feeds 4 full, like well.
It's 8 hard taco shells, 8 soft taco shells, choice of 2 proteins, queso, all the toppings, plus rice and beans, chips and salsa.
It's a lot of grub.
Yeah, some dessert, $43.99. And again, this is what you do if you want that. That's UCF location. That's their catering location on Lee Road. Give them a call, 407-443-1755. You
got to place your order by the 2nd, though.
Yeah.
If you want to get that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because the wife and the kid, they love that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make it happen.
Or just email your order to catering@gringoslocos.com.
That's even easier.
Yeah, and then you can plan in advance and then order for pickup. And again, that's what those 2 locations. And if you want other Double D's or any of delicious Gringos food at the other 3 locations, downtown, Milk District, and Michigan location, just ask for a Tom and Dan koozie, and they'll throw that in to your order.
Don't let your Cinco de Mayo become a Stinko de Mayo.
Get some delicious Gringos. All this information, gringoslocos.com. Support a local business that's been supporting us for years.
Those guys are actually French.
Really?
I know, right? They're those guys have been doing oi-styled punk rock for, I guess they're sharps or skinheads for many, many years. And the name of the band is Lion's Law. They're kind of legendary.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it's skinheads against racial prejudice.
Yeah, sharps.
They are
non-racist skinheads, I should have said.
Some people don't know that. They don't think if they're skinheads, we play their...
anti-racist. Yeah, it's always good to... Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it. Well, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Butler's here. Samantha's in the other room. What do you want to do now, buddy?
We'll do some voicemail and email because we got a ton... obviously, a ton of people have been sending us some emails.
A lot of time on their hands, yes.
So you can go ahead and hit it. I'll say that today's voicemail and email is brought to you by BlanchardInsurance.com. Whether you need auto insurance, I got my boat insurance through Blanchard.
Dig it.
I got my car insurance.
Yep, yeah. And homeowners insurance. They do all types of insurance. They'll get you the lowest quote. Plus, tell me you're a Tom and Dan listener or a BDM. They will, treat you with VIP treatment. It's good to have an agent that you can call up. For instance, I'm taking my boat over to a marina this weekend.
Nice.
So I don't have to fight the boat ramps and everything. So I got my spot. I leased it earlier on last week, and so I'm taking it over there. And I didn't know. I was like, well, what if something happens to it at the marina? Will the insurance cover it? So I called my Blanchard agent and just asked. I was like, hey, does it get covered? He's like, I'll check on it right now. And then sent me an email and explained, yes, it will be covered. I checked. And so that kind of service, it's good to have, and it's good to know your agent. So use Blanchard Insurance, and you can give them a call because they know if you're a Tom and Dan listener, they will take care of you.
All right, let's do email first, actually, because
Let's also give a shout out to the Pokehana.
Yeah,
we got lunch.
Oh,
yeah, and I believe that is BDM owned and operated.
Absolutely,
goddamn delicious.
Shout out to any small business. We're a small business, and but our small business isn't that delicious. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Right.
That poke bowl I had was really good.
It's that's a dangerous thing
I'll
for
be
me.
eating there again
I just did a half because
I couldn't eat the whole thing.
They're huge portions, man. It's a great job.
Massive portion. So check them out and tell them you're a BDM.
Yeah, they're not an advertiser, but they do awesome job making
it's
food.
Delicious. It's called Pokehana. It's on Colonial.
Correct. So this is Porkin. Can you please let me know where you found the Who's Porkin theme music? I, too, make wacky theme songs, and I've been looking for one like that. Thanks for any info.
See, I didn't really, What's funny about that is I have a lot of people. I had a guy reach out to me last week and say, like, hey, I want all your Italian lounge music. And I don't personally feel comfortable, like, giving that stuff away. You know, like, I've had a lot of people ask me for it.
Yeah.
Because I've collected and found this like really old stuff. It's been years. I mean, just years and years of having this.
I've even asked you for it, and it's been no go.
No. Well, seriously. I mean, I don't like you.
Yeah.
So,
You haven't given him any clip art.
No. Yeah. If you want to do some of your
free music, you can find a lot of really cool songs for free.
Yeah, and a lot of music, the copyrights go out.
Right.
And then it just becomes, like you can it's fair use.
Right.
You could just grab it and use it.
I wonder what this person, because it's not like it's some sort of, it's pretty generic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, maybe your AMT listeners haven't even heard it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, who knows?
Like if you only listen to a corporate time, then, there's a chance that you have never heard it.
You mean a mediocre time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm trying to open up and let you guys hear. Okay, here we go. Here is the Who's Porkin theme. And then I usually sing over it. This is the theme song we do for the bit called Who's Porkin. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I wanted Tom to ramble about
Okay, so basically what I did is I took a game show theme, or what I thought sounded like an infomercial, and I recorded myself in like 75 different voices as a crowd saying Who's Porkin. That's what makes our neighbors think I'm crazy. That's all me.
I did not know that. I thought this was part of the song.
So did I.
I literally thought you found a song that said "We Love Porkies," and I was like, "God damn, the internet has everything."
This is me. No, that's me. Like 75 different.
You thought there was just a song that said "Who's Porkin"?
No,
and at the end I yell "Eat." In a bunch of different voices.
I don't appreciate much of what Daniel does. I come to just expect it. I'm like, everything is ready and perfectly produced. All the songs.
Jesus,
goddamn wizard.
Easy.
You didn't know
he just found that
No,
song.
it's not hard, but I mean, it is time consuming. But you didn't know that
you just typed in "Who's Porkin" in Google and it came up. And then
you honestly didn't know that was me in 65 different versions?
I didn't.
You didn't even think that?
I wasn't paying attention.
He 100% told us that before, so you clearly do not pay attention.
That's fantastic. But anyway, I usually just go to YouTube and see what I can find. And then the easiest thing for you to do if you want to use something like that is to email the person and just say, and most YouTube creators and people like that, if you're kind, they're kind. Tom's right about, like, the vast majority of people out there are really nice. You just hit them up and you say, like, hey, this is a great song. I'd like to use it. You may use it. Boom. That took me all of 35 seconds. Yeah. So give it a shot.
Do you think, because there was a while, remember back in the radio days where, and this kind of ties into, like, remember when Corolla was going through the whole podcast trolling thing, or the patent trolls?
The patent trolls, yes.
Around the same time, and I wonder if this kind of got snuffed out or whatever, because I think they changed some of the laws, but around the same time, they also were doing this thing where people would buy copyrights to images, and then they would scour the internet and find if any big corporation used a picture, an image on their website, and then they'd sue them for copyright infringement.
Yeah, I remember when you and I were dealing with that.
And so we had a big, like, corporate meeting where they sat us down, and then they were like, you are not allowed to use any image at all unless it comes from this database that we bought, like Clear Channel bought. And then they're like, in this database, we own all the images, but don't just go to, because what every radio personality was doing is just, like, finding an image of Google clip art. And then just posting it in their blog or whatever. And so literally 1 week later, I found an image of Hulk Hogan and put it on my blog. Yeah. And then they immediately yelling at me. They're like, take it down. And
you're going to get us sued.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, the thing I forgot.
Yeah. All right.
Hulk Hogan doesn't have any.
How about a cartoon of Hulk Hogan?
He doesn't have any money to sue anybody.
Well, now he doesn't.
Well, that was,
I get permission for all the images I use.
Wink.
But I don't think that exists anymore. Like I think it burned hot for a while.
Well, it does exist, but at the I mean, pretty much.
Well, they're going after billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah, and pretty much somebody's just going to tell you to take it down. You know, I mean, I don't think they're going to come and they're not going to want an itemized detail of how many people downloaded or. How many pairs of eyes saw it?
Well, back then,
that's insane. You know, I mean, that they're crazy because you're never going to be able to produce that.
But back then, it was these patent trolls were just getting the patent to the images and suing big companies, just hoping that they'd pay them off. You know, like, oh, you used my picture of Hulk Hogan, pay us $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever it is. But that happened for a while.
Do you guys have Tom and Dan copyrighted?
No.
Damn it.
Because we talked to Kramer.
It would be sort of a generic thing to do. And they're two British boys.
Yeah, the little boys. Yeah.
They're probably men now that.
What about A Mediocre Time?
Nope. Nothing.
Right?
Copyright.
That's why we can't get that Instagram account back.
No, that guy's just a jerk, and Instagram is not even human.
Is it a pain in the ass process to get copyright?
It is, but also it comes down to Kramer told us, he's like, well, do you plan or will you sue someone if they use the image? And we're like, no, we don't give a fuck. And they're like, then why get a copyright?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a waste of time theoretically for us. Now we're also not like Clorox. We're not like, we're small. I think if we got to a point where this company was like a multi-million-dollar company where...
Yeah, maybe you have to
you'd probably
have... Stern Rogan level, I think you'd be on the radar.
My segment, Who's Porkin, is trademarked.
It is indeed, yeah. But we got to, we protect what's most important.
But even if you're Joe Rogan, which, by the way, have you heard that Joe Rogan, he's got a doctor on staff and he tests every guest for COVID before, and then they have the instant test.
I mean, that's smart if he's going to have people in his studio.
And then
he's doing the oral swab there.
Yeah. We do not have that money.
Hell no. That's why we're Skyping everybody.
Yeah. But anyway, so even at that level, though, you got to think okay, who cares if someone started a podcast called Joe Rogan? It's not Joe Rogan. People will know that. So what benefit? The same thing with Tom and Dan. If you come out with a podcast called Tom and Dan, people are not going to be like, oh, look at Tom and Dan.
I've heard about the same.
Yeah. People will know. It's not. What are you going to do? What are you going to take from us? That's how we feel about it, but I may be wrong. But it doesn't make any sense.
No, I just think it'd be a waste
to go through the time and money of copyrighting something, and then if someone did, we're not going to sue anybody. Got time for that?
No, we don't have the money to do it either because who knows? My turn. Here we go.
Yep.
Hey, Tom and Dan, Sam and Butler. This is BDM up in New York. I just went from $8.95 to $10.95 for my BDM membership. Keep up the good work. Thank you. You're keeping me sane. I love you, Tom.
Say it back.
Well, thank you, sir.
Say it back.
Because you went to...
He just upped his...
10. He went from $1.95 to $10.95.
That's a jump. And he's in the heart of the COVID.
Yeah.
Say it back.
Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
Don't. Not enough.
Oh, I thought you were going to yell the N-word.
I thought he was going to yell fish.
And I'm like, oh, my God.
I'm joking. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And I love you. Ditto.
Ditto.
Give you the ghost. You get the ghost. That's fine. You get it. But we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right.
This one says, hi, Double D. Thanks for the laughs during this trying time. You were in my dream. It was so vivid, I remember all of it. We were at a restaurant that made tiny calzones to order. We waited 45 minutes for the food. You were 13 minutes late to go on stage at an event because of it. Weird dream. Anyway, just wanted to say hi, stay safe, and keep Mom inside. My parents are in Michigan and have been staying home. Keep up the good work and hope to see the BDM family soon.
Cool.
How do you interpret that dream, Tom? Tiny calzones made Dan late for an event.
Yeah, all right. Well, Dan does have a time anxiety about being late.
As well.
So that may tie into something. Although,
and when you bully me, you call me Tiny Calzone.
yeah. So that's part of it.
Yeah,
that's his.
You push me down and you squeeze my cheese.
But I have no idea what that means. Your dreams are nonsense, and I'm mad that you
don't have any dreams.
No, I have no dreams. It's bizarre.
So, do you...
I don't dream.
Does your body shut down at night, and so it just goes all off, and then, you're lucky if it turns back on in the morning?
Yeah.
How does it...
I think I pour enough alcohol on it to turn it off.
God damn.
And then it slowly tries to crank back up, and then...
Yeah.
So it's like
then it's ready
like
to
a
go.
hibernation mode.
It's like putting the choke on a pressure washer at night, and then you take it off during the day. That's it.
Let's see. Let me get another voicemail for us.
What do we got here?
Let's try this one right here.
Hey, T&D crew, it is Zach from Ohio.
Zach.
I got a burning question for you. How long does it take you to jack off? Because if Andrea is home, then I'm going to the bathroom pretending I'm shitting or just doing it in the shower, and then she never questions. And it's like not more than a 5-minute endeavor. Probably tops. But the interesting part of this question is when Andrea is gone, or let's say if your wives are gone and your children are gone, and you, for some reason, have the house to yourself. How often does it actually happen to you, by the way? I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So, if you have the house to yourself, how long does it take you to jack off? Because that's when you get interesting with your searches. You're like being experimental. You're trying to figure out new ladies to look at. Maybe save them in your notes on your phone like I do. Or maybe like, I've never seen this genre. I'll check it out. And before you know it, 30 minutes have gone by. And you're, I don't know if you're edging, for example, but you're keeping yourself at bay.
Yeah.
So I would.
Tom just learned what edging is.
Yeah,
say
he did.
5-minute tops when Andrea's home. When Andrea's gone, up to 30 minutes. Sometimes longer, but typically like 20 minutes.
No. No, I'm always quick and efficient.
No, okay. But even if you have the time.
Even with videos?
Yeah, even if I have the time, because I figure, as much as I'm the self-proclaimed horniest person on the program,
Even if you use your auto blow, compliments of Fairvilla.
don't have one. Wouldn't use that. I would only use an auto blow if I had ample time, and I would dedicate time to it.
Yeah. You schedule the auto blow.
But with
at least
kids,
30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, with kids and with a wife and with as busy as we are here, like I'm very efficient.
Yeah.
When I want to do it, I want to do it, and I want to get done.
I'm jealous of people that can watch porno on their like big screen TV. I've never done that.
Not even to test it when your wife's away. I have.
But before
I almost don't even like it anymore. Like I've gotten so acclimated to using my phone. Like I put on the big screen, I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
It's too big. It's too much.
I don't want to see that big of a butthole.
When the butthole is bigger than you are, it is a little weird.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
It's really weird.
At least on your phone, it's an accurate sized butthole.
Also, I've gotten used to no sound so much that with sound, I'm like, what are you doing? Too loud.
Yeah, you don't like the sound?
Maybe that's why you're silent.
Maybe it is. I've been hiding so long in the bathroom with no sound.
He's like a samurai.
It's a silent film porno.
Yeah, like I do enjoy the sound, but then sometimes they'll say things that is like off-putting.
It is. And, God, a lot of the girls are annoying as hell. It's like you don't need to. And then you can tell they're trying to improvise. Sometimes you're like, "Don't prov. You're bad at prov."
Yeah.
I like
Don't
a
do
natural
that.
moan, but I don't like the aggressive, like the too much.
Something I found that I found to be weird. That's a new genre, I believe, of adult film is the end of the world scenario.
Oh, there is coronavirus genres.
I've seen it.
Quarantine porn.
But mostly it's Spanish couples that are doing it. Did you find? I found that.
There's
a good mixture.
The reality kings down in Miami.
Like, hey, you need to put on your mask. Oh man, you got a big fat ass. Let me eat your pussy.
Put on your mask, but let me eat your ass.
Yeah. So I found this new genre. It's like end of the world, and it's like a teen, like young teen, like 19-year-old girl, 19-year-old boy, boyfriend, girlfriend, running through the woods like almost Walking Dead style, wander upon cabin that's owned by a grumpy old man who then at gunpoint forces her to do things to him so they can survive the apocalypse. And I'm like, this is way sad.
Yeah,
like
rapey.
I can't do. Yeah, it's not. I can't do that, man. Like I'm not there yet.
Yeah. There's a lot of gunpoint. The person's sleeping. You're like, I don't know
about that.
When I scroll past the one where it's like,
as long as there's no sound on.
Teen's first time, and there's like blood involved. I'm like, who's
calm down.
God damn, you get into the heavy shit.
Don't talk about it.
Just
Where
said
are you
when
going?
I scroll past it, I don't watch it. It grosses me out. It makes me want to close the window.
Yeah, but it's on your scroll for
Doesn't
some
it
reason.
populate it by populates it by a similar search, right?
Look, when I go to
I
Amazon,
say scrolling genres.
when I go to Amazon, it doesn't suggest I wear lingerie. I'm just saying it goes on what you've been searching for. You've been searching blood apocalypse.
Cut the fish.
Ew. We gotta get out. We gotta want to get out of here.
So, speaking of sex, what is up with the homeless people having sex on the
side of the road?
Yeah, on the bus benches and the.
I saw that, but that guy, the girl was bent over like she was like doing a yoga pose, and he was just drilling her like a squirrel looking for that lost acorn in the like a knothole. It was too far.
Tom and I
then
fucking
people were
saw
just
it in Baldwin Park.
Oh, you guys saw?
We saw someone starting the booth in Baldwin Park at a bus stop.
Yeah, it was down a bus stop, and it was.
What have you guys been doing?
The guy was on his knees, and the girl was on yoga
legs wrapped around him.
Are you describing what you guys were doing to each other? Because it's like
it was yesterday when we went on the meat run.
Ew!
That's a whole other story.
We gotta talk about that.
Anyway, we saw the bums, and they were about to do it at the.
I don't think bums.
She had legs wrapped around him, like it was definitely fucking happening.
I've seen people do that in the ocean before.
But is it
at the bus stop?
Is it a thing? Because I saw 2 different videos.
One was in the semantics group.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think it was on Bumby.
And
it was close to
that's
here.
That's the semantics official handshake, isn't it?
So does this happen all the time, or are they using this scenario to be like, no laws,
no rules,
eat this bum's butt?
Yeah, but that's the last butt I would eat.
Yeah, well, if you're a bum, then it's equal.
Who do you think's got the cleanest butt in here? I just spit on you.
Samantha.
I could see it. You think so? Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Who's got the dirtiest butt in here?
Butler.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
it's too hairy.
He uses those leaves that he got from the...
his wife makes him eat all this weird stuff. There's so much dried quinoa in his ass crack. It's just literally, you have to chisel that shit
Dude, your
up.
forearms are so hairy, your butt has got to be
Oh my God. How do you poop?
Yeah.
Do you have to part the butt with? You have to part your butt hair with a comb before the turd can come out.
It's kind of like bananas; they eventually fall out of the.
Oh my God!
Gross. The stem dried; they'll fall soon.
You got to cut the flower off.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross.
It is gross.
This show's taking a turn.
Another email.
And I'm laughing like a villain. I'm like,
poop banana.
Ew.
All right.
Hold on.
What's wrong with
I
that?
gotta get something out. Nope, don't want to.
Got to get something out of here. what are you? Oh, poop banana.
Poop banana.
Poop banana. She's got a poop banana. Hands up! Don't poop banana me, bro.
Wasting time on the job. Dear TND, I'm not sure how to say this without sounding like a total creep, so I won't bother trying. When I was about 25, I worked in a billing department for a large medical company. I would routinely rub one out in the women's bathroom.
Jesus
Oh my God!
Christ. I thought you were trying to help the show, not hurt it again.
There was also an abandoned suite in the building that used to be a doctor's office. Sometimes I'd go there and lay on the closet door in the dark and do it. Another time, I took an interest in a deaf guy and would do it thinking about him. This went on daily for about 6 months, and then I went cold turkey.
Oh, I'm sorry, pause.
It's a girl.
Oh, really?
Well, that's kind of hot. All right.
Wait,
It changed.
Yeah.
Double standard. Double banana.
Give him the double banana. When it was gay guy with deaf guy, I was like, ew. But when it was girl with deaf guy, I was like, all right.
She rubbed one out in the women's bathroom.
I thought it was a guy going.
I was like, that's kind of weird, but I get it.
That's why I reacted. I was like, ooh, he goes to the girl's restroom to jack off. I was like, that's disgusting.
I guess it's the cleaner one. Yeah.
Let me ask Samantha a question here.
I don't rub one out in this bathroom.
No,
Oh my God! What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
Don't do that.
So
Why not?
When I've seen the videos and things, so I kind of have an idea.
Her videos? What are you talking about?
No. I'm
Did
saying.
you look through my phone?
No, I'm saying.
I would now though.
So this girl, she's saying she rubbed one out. Now, what do you think that exactly means?
Flicking the bean.
Girls shouldn't be allowed to say that. We
Don't-
rub out. You guys should have to say.
She's rubbing.
You guys should have to say that
She's DJing.
I poked it until the juices came out.
Maybe she didn't poke. Maybe she DJ'd.
Oh, the.
But yeah. So
Yeah.
no, okay. Which is the switch?
the
Well,
Give me the switch.
Where's the switch?
No. Is it?
Where's the fader? The fader's at the top. Yeah, the fader's at the top.
So are you just pants all the way down and just rubbing it with your hand?
Are you asking how she masturbates?
I honestly don't understand.
We're as good as doomed. I mean, like when
I think a lot of people don't know.
You're not on the line right now with
You don't know
liquid
how
glass.
masturbation works?
Well, I know how it works for guys, and I've seen the
Hey,
videos.
Samantha, tell me how you rub one
But
out.
I feel like the porno videos that I'm seeing is like an acting job and not based on.
Well, they
real...
go in a swirl, and it's real fast, and the girl's like, and then she starts peeing everywhere, and I'm like, that's not real.
Anyway, okay, keep going.
Okay.
Almost there, buddy?
It went on daily for about 6 months, and then I went cold turkey. I'm not sure why I did it, but
Wait,
at the
that's
time,
a phrasing. That's a bad thing to say.
I couldn't help myself. A female listener.
So is that at all? That's hypersexual, right? That's not normal for a girl, right? Or is that?
Why is it not normal for a girl? Guys can jack off at work, but not girls.
No. He just means that
not that they can. I don't think anybody should.
If you do, wash your hands.
Let's not go as far as I think you're taking it. Let's go with the norm would be guy doing that. The rarity would be girl doing that. That's a fact.
Yeah, that seems to be.
Girls don't typically.
I've never done it, so
Right. I don't think girls typically jack off at work. I do think guys do it because we're animals and weirdos. And
plus, I just think that guys are just built to be more horny, or their testosterone, or whatever the hell.
I want to know more about the deaf guy.
Now I know some girls are, but I feel like that is extremely horny.
I got jacked off at work once.
Excuse me?
Not here. When I went to the spaghetti warehouse.
Spaghetti warehouse.
Spaghetti warehouse. Shit went down there.
Why you always make me jack you
What
off
in
on
the
spaghetti
big
warehouse?
freezer?
No, just a parking lot jack off.
That doesn't count.
Jesus
Parking lot jack off.
Yeah, that wasn't really at work. It's in the parking
So
lot.
are you actually on the podcast? Or do you just sound the podcast?
Oh man.
Did you before work or like after?
Oh, this is an after work.
Okay, so it was like,
You're
hey,
off the clock. That doesn't count.
meet me in the car type of deal. Like I'm interested in the details. You can't just skim past it.
Look, I'm the horniest guy on the show. I don't want to finish work, get in my car, and then somebody's sitting there. I'm like, all right,
so
jack me up.
Were you job in a parking lot after work doesn't sound appealing.
You have the dirtiest butt.
After work,
dirtiest butthole.
Were you just staring out the window at the Qdoba grocery store?
Qdoba.
Do you look at her like because
probably.
Well, I think it went from a hand job to a blowy, but yeah.
Oh, okay, well
Don't
that's
say a
different.
That's
blowy.
different.
Sorry, gibber.
Then
Sorry,
you-
sorry,
Gibber acceptable.
Hold on, you only meant. Why do you even mention that? You say I got a blowjob.
It just starts off as a.
No, I don't
You
go
skip
through
past the
everything.
hand.
I don't tell him, hey, I ate my wife out, and then
Grabbed
she
her
blew me,
titties.
and then I started fucking her, squeezing her tits,
Well, you
and
do
then,
kinda say that,
then
though.
Caesar started gagging, so then she got off the bed, and then she made him throw up in the tub, and then gave him the Pepto-Bismol, and then we put him back in his dog bed, and then I continued to pump, but then I had whiskey dig, and then I fell asleep. No, I say we had sex.
Yeah. So it's
I don't give the rundown.
Anyway, what was the question?
There was no question.
There was no question. I think she just wanted to tell us about her.
She was just wasting time on the job, getting paid to rub one out.
Here, Tom, you'll like this one.
Okay, got a story-related show for all you guys.
He needs a
Currently
show-related story.
having credit repair done by a company out of Miami.
No.
Seems kind of scammy. I'm not sure of the idea, but I checked them out. They had a lot of decent references. They looked legit. Talked to the guy. Very personal. Seems like Brian Zymel kind of guy, like, wants your phone number. I've been direct texting this dude. He works, seemingly in an office, I guess. But my credit's gone up like 100 points since I started working with them like 4 or 5 months.
Nice.
I look at his name on his Instagram because somebody tags him, and I see his full name is Dimitri Katsabanis. And I'm like, Katsabanis. I've heard that before. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's Stitch's brother. And I think there's no way, or whatever, it could be family to him. I look him up, and it's Stitch's fucking brother is helping me with my credit repair. So that'll go well.
That's how he hits the goal, too. I love it. He sent me a picture of the guy's
can't
Instagram.
compare
I'm just not
everyone
going
to
put
their
it up.
siblings.
No. Imagine if we did that to you.
Credit repair.
No, I'm serious. We can't do that.
My
right?
brothers will love that when they hear it. They listen.
I don't. I'm just saying. I mean, I know what you tell me.
It's
I don't say nothing.
The
killed.
The used tires, credit repair, so it falls into a genre. The Stitch's brothers doing credit repair in Miami.
Fine.
Interesting. And it all makes
He's
sense.
stitching up your credit.
It is. And all it is them. It's a whole system. It's basically a scam, but it works. You send the letters.
That's interesting. I wonder how often that happens where somebody has like almost an infamous sibling. You know, because Stitches is famous, but he's a little more infamous from just like his behavior and being but he kind of died down, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, I haven't heard much about Stitches in the past years,
yeah,
right?
I haven't either.
I think
Trying to look him up.
It burned hot, a brick in your face when the Miami Heat was using
What
it.
was that, 2016 or something?
Was it? Yeah. It was probably like 4 years ago. You got a goddamn degree in the time that Stitch was popular now. But, I think and then he got beat up by someone. Didn't he get punched in the face?
Yeah, he did.
And then there was some, he was running out of venues and not.
He's
paying
got a new
some
album
promoters.
called "Married to the Bricks."
No, right?
He's doubling down.
He's married to the bricks.
Yeah,
doubling down.
Yeah, a Clear Channel executive told me one time. They said, "Dance with Who Brought You." When I was trying to get out of Drunky the Bear into Tom Van, they were like, "Do not lose the Drunky the Bear. That's where you'll be the most successful."
Jesus, man.
You look more like a drunkie. So when you're Stitches, I imagine it's you double down on the bricks
looks like
of
he
cocaine.
just had a new baby.
Oh. He had that other son
He just had literally 30 minutes ago on his Instagram, he posted that his daughter was born.
No, really, like 30 minutes?
30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What are the
Breaking
chances
news, Stitches has a baby.
A second baby. He got a cute little son the last time we talked about Stitches.
I can't get his Instagram.
He got a little beefy.
Yeah.
I can't get... I cannot get his Instagram to load, but it loaded yours for some reason. Why did that happen?
Hey, now.
It's a bear in the house.
Drunky the Bear.
So, when you're Stitch's brother, I guess if you're doing a credit repair company or whatever, you're happy because you probably get promoted by Stitches.
Do you reach out to him to promote it?
I don't think he would promote it.
Stitches?
Yeah, I think he would.
No.
I mean,
yeah, why not?
Maybe
he is looking rough as hell. Not that he looked great before.
I can't find his Instagram. Mine won't load. For Stitches. Hold on, let me try again.
If you are Stitches, how much money do you have now?
I can tell you his net worth. I already looked it up.
The problem is that net worth thing, it's all over the place because I looked up when we were going to talk to Josh Wolf the other week. I was going through seeing what he was doing, and it said Josh Wolf's net worth. And then I clicked on it. It said he was worth $44 million. And I was like, whoa! And I'm like, 44? No way! Like, is that right? And I'm like, is Josh Wolf worth $44 million?
That's a lot.
He could have made some really good investments or something.
Just off of comedies.
Have you been blocked by Stitches on Instagram?
I think I have.
I don't think he's worth $44 million.
I think I've been blocked.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I have been blocked by Stitches on Instagram.
Why?
I don't know.
What'd you say, bruh?
I have no idea what I said.
Too much. Stitches blocked.
No, I didn't talk. Why would I talk shit to Stitches? I don't even know who the fuck he is, but I am blocked.
We kind of did talk shit back in the day when he first came out.
Yeah, but not on Instagram.
Maybe Busey told him.
No. Listen, I don't think Stitch is that sensitive.
A badge.
Like, anybody who's ever said something bad about me, I will block them.
I think he might be that petty.
Well, how could
some people are?
I mean, it's Stitches. He was the joke of the nation years ago. Like that's where he got famous from being Stitches. It's more of a joke than serious, right? I mean,
man, I have an R-word roommate on Animal Crossing named Stitches.
Oh God.
Yeah, you do. You have like a bear that lives on an island and it wanders around staring at corners and not being smart, right?
He's very dumb.
Yeah. All right, leave him alone.
We'll play a voicemail and then let's go to break.
Okay, we got time for one more. Let's do. Let's go with this one.
Hey, T&D, Butler and Sam. just calling to check in to see how Tom's 30 for 30 list is going on. If he got through it, if he still got things out there left to do. And if sending me my fucking Shark Week trophy was on his list. Thanks. Bye.
30 for 30?
Right.
Wow, is it on the list?
I did not put that on the list, but I one time wrote it down on the board in the office.
And then you erased it?
You scratched it out and spent money on fish tank.
It just says fish tank.
I'll send it to you, Randy. I just got to, it's on my, mentally in the back of my mind.
It stinks.
Why don't we take it stinks in here? There must be diarrhea in the atmosphere. What if we took two really good ideas? We take Shark Week.
Yeah.
And we take Tom and Dan Shark Tank and combine them for Shark Tank.
Ask me to poop in the fish tank.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
So we have a local entrepreneurs come in and they pitch us poop ideas to make pooping, wiping, or anything number 2 better.
Poop related.
Is there that many poop ideas, though?
We tried to get Hercules on board.
I didn't think this through. I like the name. There's no other than the name. I really have nothing.
So you're basically a Florida inventor.
Yeah.
You can name first, then you're like, run with that, and send me my
like
checks.
most podcasts that come to me, they're like, we have the name and we bought shirts. Now what do we do? And I'm like, we're going to need some equipment. You're going to need to be able to talk a little bit, make some jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
If that's what you're doing.
So, Randy, you'll eventually get... the problem is, I think we mentioned this on Monday's ACT or whatever. Dr. Glasshole, usually in past Shark Weeks, I'd send him the information, like, mail this and send me the invoice. He got out of the glass business, and then so he's like, here's the website you order it from. Then I was like...
shame with that name.
Then I was
out of the glass business.
Yeah, Dr. Glasshole is such a great name.
And then I was going to get Butler to do it. Then I was like, I'll do it. And then, months and months went by.
You literally have to assign it to someone else because you're not going to do it.
I know.
Well, I mean, like, we're coming up on Shark Week, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's gonna have to
lapse.
He's gonna have to win again.
No, that's not fair.
Then we just put like a double turds on the
double the turds.
Yeah, double the turds on it.
Yeah, because then you have to make the order, and then you got to tell them like the poop emoji, color that brown.
Sure, you want it brown, and then they ask you, they're like, "Sure, we have never seen that."
And
like,
the things are flies, and the whole thing.
It's a mess.
Randy, we'll get it to you.
Yeah, we will. Let's take a little break. The name of the band is Sun Title. The name of the song is Big John, but not like Big John. It's JAWN.
Oh, I did everything on my list besides the hard things, by the way.
I like that. I'll save those. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN or show@tomanddan.com if you want to drop us an email. Family-friendly service. That's our good friends at American Air and Heat. And I know you've been having some issues with your air for a while.
Yeah.
And they finally, American Air, they diagnosed the problem. And holy moly, man.
Yeah, here's the thing. I have an old system, and the awesome people from American Air and Heat were by my house yesterday because both of us are getting complete new systems. And it's about time because my system is old. It's 15 years old, and my ductwork is from the 1970s.
Yeah.
And
it's like 45 years old. My system's too small. And it just doesn't push.
Overworks.
Yeah, it overworks. It's on all the time. And it's just like, I wasn't at a point years ago when I moved in to upgrade to something that was what I needed. I had to kind of half-ass it.
Yeah.
And American Air is going to get me right. So, and they can get you right. They got J.C. Harrelson, good friend of ours from Sports Subaru and DM Chevy. Like they work.
Tons of BDMs use American Air. And they mentioned to me like, hey, all your ductwork is from 1972 when the house was built. All your AC vents are too small. Like, this thing was built, or at least the ductwork was built for a 1970s AC.
Right.
And he's like, even though you have...
people were smaller in the 70s, too. Easier to cool a human from the 70s.
And so I'm getting a complete new system, all new ductwork, and it's estimated to save me like $100 a month on my energy bill.
Yeah.
And
I'm becoming one of those like dads that gets really excited about stuff like that. I'm like, $100 off my AC bill or my windows can and bring it down another 50. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, they have really efficient systems now that work really well and are energy efficient. And my current system is 15 years old, and it just works all the time. And my electric bill is crazy. Plus, maybe you're at home more, like everybody.
Yeah.
Get that preventative maintenance. Summertime is it's here.
Oh, well, now would be the time to get things checked out, because it's only going to get hotter. Like right now, it's pretty beautiful. Now's the time to get it checked out.
Yeah. So get that preventative maintenance. It's $64.95. Also, complete system diagnosis for only $55 if you have a problem. They're not going to charge you extra for weekends or off hours. They're going to take care of you. Also, if you're going to get a replacement system like I am doing, like Daniel's doing, it's 0% interest financing for 3 months, deferred payments available. They have a bunch of different programs, and to make it easy,
for sure.
And it might be time to get a complete new system like me and Daniel are getting, or fix the current system that you have. Stay comfortable in your house. It's family-friendly service. That's American Air and Heat.
You want to freestyle, buddy?
Can't really freestyle with this thing.
Well, you can try.
I'm good at it.
That is Sweet Crude. The name of the song is Official Artificial. Interesting fact about that band. I think like 3 or 4 members of it. They have 6 members in total. I think 4 members actually got COVID-19 and had to battle it out.
Really?
They're on the mend now. They're okay. But yeah, they had the new album and tour and all this kind of shit happening, and they all got sick and had to postpone it, and they said it was pretty fucking bad. So take that shit seriously, guys.
Didn't it come out the other day that Madonna got tested for the antibodies, and then she had the antibodies for the virus or whatever? Or did I hear that? Was I hallucinating last night when I heard that? I thought Crystal told me.
So she is immune to it?
Or she
I don't think anyone's technically immune to it.
Or she had it?
She had the antibodies, so
that just
was
means
evidence.
you may have had. It's evidence that you may have had it in the past, but I mean, I think there's actually people in China that are actually getting it a second round. So,
anybody here you think you've
information?
I don't know. I could be sharing this information.
Don't talk about it.
I don't know. I heard it was fake.
That's what I heard.
Somebody told me that yesterday, and anyone says anything to me, I believe it immediately.
Get your AR.
Okay, so we in full transparency to you guys, we write these lists during the week of stuff we want to talk about, and towards the third segment, for years, we have wasted everything on the list. I mean, thousands.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We normally don't even get to anything we wrote
There are
down.
thousands of things that we miss. So in an attempt to be a little bit more efficient and have some fun, we figured we'd just kind of rocket through.
Rapid fire subjects.
The end of the list. But first, just to get a little something out of the way, we are live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. And we love being on Twitch. Twitch is great. If you ever want to see any of our shows that we record day of on Twitch, and then the next day you'll get the replay on YouTube. That's kind of the way we do it. And it's also, I think, the proper way to do it for Twitch, considering the fact that if you're an Amazon Prime member and you smash that subscribe button, we get a little bit of that sweet, sweet Bezos money.
Yeah. Doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you a lick. So starting today at 8 p.m., the Average Hero, so it's the_average_hero, goes live for 24 hours to support St. Jude Be a Hero 2020. All proceeds will go directly to St. Jude. I remember working with St. Jude when I used to do Mathathon.
Mathathon?
Right?
What is that?
Mathathon. You would do like...
Nerd!
Yeah, well, okay. Be here for the Pink Beard Reveal. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds good. Be here for the Jackbox Party.
What is this?
Be here for Life is Strange. Be here for Destiny. More importantly, be here for the kids that can use your support now more than ever. So you go to, it's Tiltify, TILTIFY.com / the_average_hero / B-A-hero-2020.
God damn it.
Hold on, I missed that.
I'm really helping the kids.
I'm sure if you just searched the_average_hero.
Yeah, there you go.
Or, I mean, I want to put it up on our Twitch feed. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but
That's cool.
Yeah, anything that you're doing for kids, come on, man.
Yeah,
I'm 100% down on that.
And I do feel like because everything is grind to a halt and everybody's just like frozen right now, that all the other charities that still need money to help people, and because there's still sick kids out there, it's like, it's weird because everybody's life is essentially frozen, but people are still in the hospital. People are still going through treatments that are non-COVID related and stuff, and I feel like a lot of times those charities get ignored because everybody is like focused on this. So if you could help out, help out.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we got on our list?
All right, let's rocket through the list here. I got to find my list. Where did my list go? Or is it? Oh, this is my list. All right. We bullied Butler liquid glass. Okay, we did that. Collard greens. What's your opinion? Collard greens.
I have never cooked them. I honestly, this is pretty embarrassing. I don't know exactly what they are.
Look up collard greens so you can get all the facts on them. You grew some?
I've grown some, yeah.
Yeah, it's
pretty
more,
resilient.
It would be more of a southern style, I think, delicacy. But in my family, mustard greens, collard greens were like a big deal. My mom would make them, and my dad hated them.
it?
My dad loved to eat them, but he hated the smell of them while cooking in the house. It's like
like asparagus?
No,
it's a big leafy green.
It's like kale almost, but it's like better kale. To me, flavor-wise.
Well, I like that.
I think kale sucks dicks. I fucking hate kale.
My wife will just
and arugula can go fuck off.
saute a big wad of kale and eat it for
kale
breakfast.
Is fucking garbage
with her eggs. I'm like, ow! And then she asks me every single time. She's like,
people in the chat room, kale is so good. Are you insane?
You want some kale with your eggs? I'm like, no one wants kale with their eggs.
No, but I like greens. And I'm sure they're related. And yes, I'm sure somebody will come to me and be like, well, kale is related to collard greens. I don't give a fuck. Collard greens taste to me really good. My wife, she found this Publix meal that is, it's a beef roast.
Can you look up collard greens just so I can look at a picture?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you're big leafy. Like, I know what kale is, like a dark, ruffly leaf.
These are very long. They're kind of like elongated.
Yeah.
All right, here.
Elongated leaf.
Here, I'll throw it.
Look at the one on the right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where it's in the ground, all the way to the right.
All the way to the right.
How do you eat it? Like it's like a salad.
It's actually it needs to be like boiled or steamed or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty dense. You actually we've done it and made enchiladas with it and rolled it up and then baked and then done some other meals like that. So it's a substitute. Like that.
I'm a big fan of the collard greens, but kale can eat a dick. So my wife bought this
meal. Can't eat it raw though. Like I guess you could, but it's a tough.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever eaten collard greens.
I think you might like them, but there's ways to do them. So when my mom would make them, there'd usually be some oil in there. She's boiling them or like reducing them. There'd be some fat back.
Okay.
There'd be like a bacony. Excuse me. Oh man, I'm gassy. I'm drinking White Claw. I haven't had one in forever, and it's really getting me good.
We got that.
We got the new.
The clementine and pineapple.
What is it? 70 calories?
Yeah, 75 or 70 calories. But so my mom would cook the collard greens down. They reduce, and then they would have like this bacony, almost like southerny flavor, and then she'd drizzle a little bit of vinegar on them, and they're phenomenal. They're really good, and they're really good for you, I believe.
Yeah, Juan said if you eat raw collards, it'll make you poop all your poop.
Super fibrous.
That's what I was getting to. The reason I wrote down collard greens, and I challenge all three of you, not me. I already went through my week. Eat some collards, y'all.
I eat collards weekly.
It will change your bowels.
I'm picking up collards when I go to the farm today.
Well, man, if I'd have known that, I'll buy some from you because I really, really like them.
Well, do you eat
They're
it?
good.
Do you have to cook it to eat it? Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, Juan's saying you could eat it raw. Yeah, it's edible.
Okay, well, but it's not. Was it bitter edible? The kale, like fresh kale, is bitter.
I don't like the flavor of kale. No offense to kale. I mean, I'm sure it's a wonderful plant. But like collards have a flavor, and the way that my wife made these, it was a Publix dump dish, and it was a like crock pot roast with bacon bits and collard greens. So she put the roast in the center, the collard greens around the outside, and sprinkled chopped bacon on the top. That's it. Little salt, little pepper, and let it cook for like 8 hours on low. It was awesome. It was fucking phenomenal. Those collard greens, those collard greens were ridiculously good. Now, I also understand that they're cooked in beef fat and bacon fat.
Soaking up the flavor,
But man, they're good.
Well, hold on.
Holy shit, they're good. At that point, they've just become a meatable. They're not even a vegetable. It's a meatable.
I could cook my sandals in bacon fat, and you think it's delicious.
I eat the fuck out of them.
So that's
so good.
Here's the problem I find with foods that people claim are delicious, and then tell me they cooked them in bacon fat.
Sure.
I'm just like, well, are they delicious, or do you have to cook them in bacon fat to be delicious?
Okay, we got
There's a
Casey.
difference.
Casey in our Twitch chat room says, I brown bacon first, then steam chopped collards on top in a large pot with red wine vinegar upon consumption. That sounds delicious.
Well, you like bacon.
Yeah, you like bacon. Bacon salad.
Yeah, you're putting bacon on it because it's obviously not that good.
Hey, guess who loves bacon? You guys know in my household who loves bacon.
Yeah, your daughter.
My daughter, Maisie. And guess who ate collards? Maisie.
Yeah.
Because they had bacon all over them.
So Max will eat any of these. Like he'll eat broccoli, all the greens, or whatever. Tommy,
Bacon and
not so
Brussels
much.
sprouts.
Really? Tommy's the nerd. I think he'd be the vegetable guy.
He'd be more the vegetable guy.
No, he's he don't like it. He
So
gags.
what is he eating? Just cheese sandwiches?
Well, we force him.
I love a cheese sandwich, man.
I mean,
Warm.
it's fine, but
He can't eat, he can't
Lukewarm.
leave the table until he at least has a bite of all his vegetables. You know,
You got to try them.
But he makes a big deal about it. Then he chews for half an hour.
I love Tommy.
He tiny
God
chews.
damn it.
I'm like, swallow! I'm not even joking. They eat so goddamn slow. It takes them 45 minutes to eat dinner. And the other day...
I used to think you were exaggerating until we went to the River Ranch where I watched them eat ice cream, and I'm like, holy fuck, man.
It's so slow.
Holy, it was like a one ice cream cone was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. And
it was a long time. It was like watching Avatar.
Something's wrong with my sons. Because
No, don't say that.
I'm telling you, because they are completely content with this whole stay-at-home thing. Literally don't care.
they're lazy.
They just want to quietly play
Hey,
by themselves.
maybe I should live with your sons because I'm totally
And
okay
it-
right
You
now.
guys need a kid swap for sure.
And here's the thing. I'm like, don't you want to go out? And there's nowhere to go. You can't go in there.
Right.
They're like, no, we'd rather stay here. It's like, can we just go for a bike ride? We had to force them to go on that goddamn
No,
bike
Sam
ride.
and I were talking about this yesterday when you guys left to go on the meat run, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Sam and I were talking about that, and I was like, I think, Tom, it'd be more beneficial for you to have a Maisie biking behind you and skateboarding behind you. And it'd be more beneficial for me to have a Tommy and a Max. And they're like, what do you guys want to do? And they're like, Animal Crossing. And I'm like, I thought you'd never ask. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes more sense. It just makes more sense.
I was about to...
You want to help me plug in some computers, Tommy? Sure, Danny. I can hear it ringing in my ears.
I'm gonna call Crystal real quick because I was about to pull the trigger. I got a line on a Wii.
He's got a gun!
Oh, by the way, when you pulled that earlier on your liquid glass video, you scared the absolute fuck out of my wife.
out of me.
Yeah, Andrea was like, he scared the fuck out of me.
Same.
I got into make a video mode, so
Came out of nowhere. Because he's like doing this promotional video, and then all of a sudden he screams, "You've got a gun!" She's got a gun, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, I'm gonna put you on hold. Hold on a second.
You don't have to whisper. We know you're calling her.
Hey, it's me.
Ken Knapp from Connecticut.
Can you talk me off real fast?
So I was about to pull the trigger. Our buddy Olaf had a Wii in his closet he found.
Yeah,
and he texts me, and he's like,
I got a Wii in my closet.
Yeah, you German.
Here's a picture of a butthole.
So I was going to get it from him, and then I pulled the plug on that idea because...
German, yeah, I know.
No, I can't trust him.
Too many wars. You started all of them.
So... and the reason I decided that we should hold off is because me and Crystal's on the line. How you doing, babe?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
I didn't tell you I was going to call you, but
yeah.
So
he did I'm going to put you on hold.
So what did Max say the other day that was a liken to he needed his fix for the phone? Like that.
Oh man,
So
I could have remembered if you texted me like 20 minutes ago and gave me time to think about it.
He told you that he
really get it.
He's phone sick or something.
I really got to play some Sonic Man.
God, yeah.
Like dope sick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes. No, he wanted to watch YouTube on TV, and we said no. We have to resist with Max because he's like so addicted. He just if I give him like some sort of screen in the morning, the entire day he asks for it constantly. It's so annoying. Anyway, but yeah, he said I need it. I need to watch TV, Mommy. I'm feeling need to watch sick.
Need to watch sick.
I know that scares the hell out of us.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that is I'm like, nope, we're gonna hold off on the video games because I'm like, he gets obsessed with it. He like wants it, and like Tommy.
Do you think he's throwing the word sick in there because he knows if
he may
he's
be
sick
playing us
that you will take care of him?
Probably.
And give him what he wants.
He's smart.
I think he knows the term homesick.
Okay.
And so it's like he knows that means like I'm longing for home.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
that makes sense.
He came up with that. I'm homesick. I need to watch sick. Like I miss it.
Yeah, I doubt it was in the cracky I'll suck your dick type of way.
Wow, I honestly didn't think you'd say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll suck your dick for some Animal Crossing, man.
Poor Max.
Come on, man. Let me chop some trees and pull some oranges, man. Come on, man.
Also, while Chris is on the line, I'll tell you.
Suck your vaulting pole.
We put Tommy's homework on the list as well.
Yes.
And so I'm like, as Tommy and Max grow up, I'm looking at things they do, and it seems to me like they've somehow inherited like the way my brain thinks or whatever, like certain traits.
That's weird. Why would that?
How did that happen?
Yeah, why would that happen?
Yeah, I know, but it's super fascinating to me because besides from the looks, like, it just didn't dawn on me that they would adopt some of the personality traits. Like, I just didn't.
And different ones too, which I think I find the most interesting is the fact that they are so different, but they have both taken, I believe, traits from both you and Crystal. You know?
And because I believe my whole life that the way I grew up like shaped my personality and the way I think and all stuff.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, you're a cold, unfeeling, horrible person.
But now I'm leaning more towards like I was kind of born with this personality,
Lady Gaga,
and then and you know the way you grow up molds it and stuff like that. But your baseline was there, and I'm seeing it in my son, so I'm like, there has to be something to it because. So Tommy was doing his homework the other day, and then on his homework paper is like math, and they do this weird thing where they count using block trains, right? So
I know the block trains, yes.
So basically, imagine Legos.
The cube trains. What is that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess it's some new thing or whatever, but it's all
I've
cube train thing.
And patterns,
So it's like count the cube trains. And imagine like square Legos put together, and then say you have 3 square Legos put together. That would be a cube train. It's like 3. That's 3. So in his assignment, he was like, make a cube train underneath this cube train that's less. So
and the cube train that's his example is 3.
Yeah. So then he'll go and he did 2.
No.
Huh?
In this case, in the story that I feel like I'm on like a super delay. Sorry, if I'm like interrupting, but Tom, in this assignment, the story that Tommy or that TC is talking about is. The assignment was like a cube train that was like 16 long, and Tommy had to make a cube train that was less than 16.
Well,
it's like understanding more than and understanding less than.
Right.
Yeah, there was the more than cube train on the left-hand page, and then it was like 3, and then so he'd make 4, and then the right-hand page was make a cube train that's less. So there was 3 examples, and like Crystal was saying, one had 12 or whatever. So he just went down all 3.
Well, me and my friends used to play this game. I mean, some call it Amtrak, but we call it Cube Train.
And so on the right hand page, all he did is went through all 3 and just went 1 cube train, 1, 1, 1.
I love it.
And so
turned his paper and he's done.
And I was like, yes.
He's not wrong though.
No, he's right.
He's absolutely correct.
But it was the bare minimum.
We actually all complimented and thought it was goddamn genius to be one box Tommy. I liked it. I thought it was great.
Although it does because maybe maybe I'm equating it to some of my personality traits, and it has nothing to do with that. It's just he's. I think
you know
he's
what
smarter
it
than
is.
me. But
No, do you know what it is?
Well,
It's the example of when Clear Channel would ask you and I to do the file for what
the FCC.
The FCC would want to know what Real Radio did that's good in the community, and we had to submit documents. We would go get the old documents, and we would just erase the dates
Right.
and then submit the same fucking papers.
Yeah.
It's the same thing,
well,
dude.
that's just blatant fraud.
Well, no, but it's the easier way out. Now, technically, we had said, and the way we rationalized it, and I don't know if you remember this, but the way we rationalized it was, well, a lot of the same stuff happened.
Yeah.
It's the same thing Tommy did. He's like, well, 1 is less than 3. I win.
Oh, then I'd followed it up with "fuck this company."
And maybe I don't know. Well,
So-
Fuck this class.
I'll have to talk to Tommy about that one.
But so then the other night we went into their room and they'll take out their stuff. They both have a chest of stuffed animals at the end of their bed.
Oh my God.
And it's filled with just random stuffed animals throughout the years.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
They call them like stuffies or whatever. And then they'll pour that out or whatever. So we'll go in the room and it'll be everywhere. And so we were fed up and we're like, that's it. No more. We're gonna we have
all the stuffies.
No, we're gonna. We told them we're gonna have to donate some of these. There's too many. I mean, there's 100 of them. And they're overflowing.
I wish people would stop donating. It never goes anywhere. Just throw it away.
And so we were
recycling is fake.
It goes somewhere, doesn't it?
I mean, it goes to the dump. Okay, here's
sits in a
nobody
Goodwill
knows
warehouse.
this, but here I'm going to show you the secrets. Here's the Easter eggs. When you donate, it's the dump. When you recycle, it's the dump. Everything is the dump. It's all the dump. Yeah, it's all the dump.
I
Krista.
saw BDM put an article.
Yeah,
and they
Dan
said,
did. Angry
We
Dan
tried to
did.
tell you.
Yeah, Angry Dan's right.
Now
too.
that they apparently they'll recycle aluminum, and most of our recycling is white claw cans, so we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently the plastic and the glass.
because we drink so much, we're heroes. But you guys, you're killing the earth.
Anyway, so
I'm sorry, I gotta go. I have a call at 2. I gotta go.
All right, babe.
Okay.
I'll talk to you. So,
Well, there's a delay anyway. To be honest,
Nah,
something's
it's
wrong
fine.
with your phone.
No problem. Bye. So, I started going through the stuffed animals as I'm putting them back in the chest, and then I'm like, and then Tommy's like, "No, don't give them away. They're mine." And then I was like,
"Oh my God, that hurts my heart."
And then I was like, "You don't even play with half of these,
Right.
whatever." And then I started picking up one. I'm like, "What's that? Yeah, what's this one?" And he's like, he's like, "That's Billy the owl." Like, and then I'm like, "What's this one?" He's like, "That's Freddy the teddy bear." And I'm like,
Freddy the teddy sounds legit.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like, "This is Billy the frog." I started picking up and then I picked up a beaver, and then I'm like, "What about this one?" He's like, "Chompy." And I'm like, "You're making it up.
Chompy's
You're improv. You're making these things
he's
up."
doing what we fucking do.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
What's this one? Qdoba.
I'm like, you don't know anything.
That's Big Tim Murphy. I love it.
He's just making it up as he goes.
Chompy's fantastic.
You don't know any of these animals.
Juan, put Chompy on the R team. Chompy's in there. Chompy the beaver.
And so it is cool seeing your kids' brains work similar.
It's not cool seeing them lie. May's been lying lately.
Yeah,
we're there.
That comes from you.
We're there.
Andrea, I know her. She's good.
She did it too. It was like, there's a milk stain on the couch. I mean, you did this because you put your face on the couch. It's like, maybe it was on your hands. And I'm like, what? I don't drink milk. And she goes, you drink almond milk? Like, she's just trying to rationalize shit. Let's see what else we got on the
Tuna
list.
Daddy just added Chompy to our team.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tuna. Board games. Okay, I just this is just a passing thing I saw. I had a friend hit me up via email and said, "Hey, me and some of my bros are getting together. We're going to do Monopoly via Zoom. Want to know if you want to do it?"
Okay.
And I said, "Fuck no, I don't know."
Yeah.
But apparently, it is a thing now that people are doing where, in order to social distance and do things correctly, that people are playing board games via Zoom. And I just wanted to get your opinion. I know this is a tiny little thing to put on the list, but personally, and I don't want to be a hater because I love games, I love video games, I love board games, but I just don't think I would be able to do it on...
Not a board game,
I don't
no.
think I could do it.
Well, okay. First, I hate board games, so I may not be the best person to comment on this, but it seems...
Not even like a Monopoly?
No.
Or Risk? Dude, Risk is all about squashing your enemies.
If I was a baby, maybe, but...
No, Risk is hard.
Says the guy playing with stuffies and monsters.
I just want to...
he doesn't like it.
He loves it. I see the videos.
Yeah, he does love it.
But it's funny. I love playing with babies. I probably shouldn't
That's
say that.
weird.
But anyway, so board games, to me, are something to do while there's nothing to do. For instance, like you go
over
to
board games.
Yeah. You go over to someone's house. They're like, you're hanging out. You're like, what do we do?
Have you ever done a game night?
No.
Yeah,
didn't you guys do it before with Cards Against Humanity?
But I was forced into that.
We were smoking so much fucking weed. That was really just an excuse to do something while we were getting fucked up in front of our wives, and I was hoping at one point we'd be able to swap lives. I know. I was like, the longer we play Cards Against Humanity, a couple of those black cock cards come out, and everybody gets horny. Next thing you know, I'm sucking some strange tits. I'm like, these are bigger than I remember.
Jesus.
That was more of a we were at.
But it didn't happen, so I had to go upstairs, and my wife's like, I'm on my period. And I just go jug off in the bathtub.
In the tub, sitting on the top floor.
No, not sitting on the top floor. I aim it towards the drain.
There was nothing
normal human being
more awkward or miserable in my mind than going to another adult's house with other adults and sitting down and playing a board game.
I did it with Laura Diaz and Mike Oliver, our good friends.
What'd
you play?
The old host that I work for, he was there as well. Oh man, I think that's the fastest I've ever consumed beer. Like I was just like whatever it takes.
I know it sounds like no fun, but it just whole thing sounds like
I love fun, but there are things I draw the line on, and the board game via Zoom, I just don't think I can do it. Not hating on people who do it. Look, if you can do it and do it well, I think that's really cool. It's really awesome.
Because I at least give a pass to if you're at a house and everybody just standing around and then doing nothing, at least the board game gives you something to do. The Zoom board game is like you have to go
turn on the TV, right?
Yeah. I mean, like to me, like if you're going to do board games with your friends online, I see the social aspect there, but if I'm going to play games online, I'd rather play a
virtual game, yeah.
You know, I'd rather play like Madden or Call of Duty or Animal Crossing, you know.
Yeah, we've all played together online.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, well, that seems
only
way
Tom
more fun.
Would get on there.
Yeah,
I'm never.
Well, he can't because he has a user in his.
That's right. I forgot. You had a dope sick kid.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
Yeah. I can't. If I break my leg, I have to keep my medication at the office.
Man, my leg hurts so bad. I really wish I had my Nintendo Switch, but I got to leave it at the studio. Can't take it home. I'm bored.
That poor thing.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, one ply. Okay, here's another just a little passing thing I put on here. Somebody had gifted us earlier in the week. My wife got a gift from one of her old boss, Lorelai, who's amazing. She's such a sweet human being. Gifted my wife like this thing, Infusion. I think it was, or was it Dandelion? One of the vegan tea shops. It's either Infusion Tea Company, I think that's what it's called, or Dandelion. One of those kitschy, vegan-y, healthy, yummy places.
The tea room.
And then they gave her loose tea leaves and then a bag of or one thing of one-ply toilet paper. It was like you've been TP'd, TP'd. It's like
okay.
Tea and paper.
Got it.
Yeah, and then they stick it in your yard. It was it's really cute. Super super cute, especially with all this bullshit going on. And so my wife put the one-ply in the bathroom. And I had to use it, and everybody's gone. I got home. I get home a little bit before them. They were out getting a car washed or some bullshit. And I'm not sure. and Butler, I know he brought this shit to the studio one time.
Oh, that's Scott's.
I do not understand
my wife
what one ply, and it's not even one ply.
It's
one ply waxed paper. All I did was smear shit in circles around my ass for about a half an hour.
You got a baseball mitt, bro.
It doesn't, but it doesn't pick up anything. It's like trying to. It's like I don't even know. I don't have to. It's like trying to grab oil. Like it was. It was an impossible task. It took. And my point was,
you probably used the whole roll.
Thank you.
Why don't you even make it?
I used a quarter of a roll.
Yeah.
It was a 3 flusher. I'm like, then this isn't like. Then just make it 2-ply.
Yeah. You actually waste less paper.
You would.
Right.
I didn't.
Are you saying that double ply or whatever, or a quilted picker upper or whatever is going to fucking take more shit off your ass?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
100%.
How so?
There's grip.
100%. The thing. First of all, it's soft. It's got fibers that grab shit instead of this shit's been waxed. When I
ball it up, then you got to ruffle it up a little bit, turn it into a loofah.
I wiped and it went up my back, and I'm like, and I looked at the thing and it had shit on it.
It's
so
like wiping with rolling papers.
So I put it in this. That's perfect. And then
you had some really cakey shit.
And then
if you had shit go up your back, that's a different story altogether.
Look at him defending it.
I wiped it, and then I went up my back. Then I got another roll, and then I wiped, and there was more shit. Like, it was making shit. It was creating more shit.
You're wiping a marker.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't.
I hate
It
Scott's.
doesn't need to be around.
No.
1 ply. No, it just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, when Travis brought his at-home toilet paper here,
I wanted to
when we
throw
ran
it
out,
worst.
Yeah, it was the worst.
I would have rather used the leaves.
You're right. Well, you were like, "What is this? A zigzag?"
Toughens up your asshole. That's what it does.
I don't want a tough asshole.
Yeah, no,
you know what? I don't know.
It doesn't toughen because it doesn't do anything. It literally
Is
just.
it because maybe it's the Neanderthal hair?
You know what
Maybe
I felt
he
like
doesn't
I was
even know
doing?
that there's shit still there.
I came from a 4-ply household.
4-ply?
Well, whatever the fuck, the nice, beautiful, like luxury, like cloud toilet paper.
White Cloud.
White Cloud toilet paper.
White Cloud was dope.
Jen is a single ply.
No,
I know.
I'm forced.
Well,
I don't want to, but I'm
so healthy. She's got like really efficient poops.
Yeah.
Like for me, nah, it ain't gonna happen. It's sporadic. Like me, I'm like the weather. You know, like one day it's thunderstorms, the next day it's a bright sunny day. You know, you never know where you're
There's
gonna
a hill
get.
I don't die on in the house.
Tonight, hail. It's gonna hail.
Yeah. I need something like Hell's Angel would use during a zinger melt eating contest.
Yeah.
You know,
I need a rag. I need
clean the beard.
I need a rag that the rapper Guru from Gangstar would put over his bald head while he was finishing a concert. You know, like I need a white terry cloth towel. It's so it just infuriated me because I just kept wiping and I was trying to rush to do something and I was like, this is just not going to happen. It's just
jump in the shower at that point.
It just wasn't happening.
Yeah, 3 microfiber cloths. Okay.
Also, another thing I wrote on here was Parks and Rec. Anybody watch that last night?
I did not. I never watched it.
Personally, I thought it was really good.
How do they film it?
I'm the opposite.
I thought they did a lot with a little. I
think they did too much with a lot. You know, so I think they should have actually.
I think that's not a saying, and I think that's a good thing.
I think they should have spread it out.
How were you guys able to create this company? Well, we did a lot with a lot.
No, we did too much with a lot.
We did too much with a lot.
Is that good?
No, it's bad. We should have done less with nothing.
So what was it though?
I enjoyed it.
Was it the show?
Should have been multiple episodes. I think they tried to cram too much character into the show. I didn't like the rapid fire of going to one after another after
How
another.
long
I just didn't
was
like
it?
It's 30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes, and they showed every character, and it was like these little blips where they threw out some little one-liners or some famous
hold on.
little
You're
jokes.
not even explaining
Yeah, tell us what it was.
He may
I have
not
no
have liked
idea.
it, but he's not even explaining why they do the blips. They did the blips because there's a fictional company like Zoom that owns a talking,
It was
a
like a Zoom
conferencing
episode.
thing. It was called like Grizz or Gritch or something. And you would log in and they'd have to call each other because they're in social quarantine.
Okay, so they're pretending like they're doing the government.
They're pretending they're us.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and they did everything. But I respect the fact that we're going to have differing opinions. I like that, but. On this one, and then they end with, I don't want to spoil it, but they end with, and they got everybody. They got old Star-Lord, what the fuck's that guy's name?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, they had Pratt. They had everybody.
Ron Swanson. They had I liked it to a certain degree. It was like they just went on.
I enjoyed it.
If Rogan is testing every guest, and doing I guess the hour test, and then going in there,
they were shot from home, so it was like.
But couldn't production companies just do the same thing? Like, couldn't you just test everybody?
You'd think so.
Christine said it perfectly. Right? She said it was all an easy lead up to the ending, which was worth it. Yeah. That's what I thought.
At least it's something new. I mean, they have to improvise.
I thought they were pretty creative. I thought for a show that kind of prides itself on witty writing and being kind of on the cusp of things that are entertaining. Yeah. It made me miss the show, and then it made me feel like, you were talking about earlier on the show about how time is rocketed. I go, when did that show end? And Andrea's it was 2015?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never really watched it.
I have no concept of time anymore, and this has made it worse.
All those shows, that were filmed that way, like The Office, 30 Rock, Parks and Rec. I didn't watch any of those.
Oh, you didn't? You have a lot of good stuff.
I feel like it's all the same shit, and I'm like, there's too much of this.
It's really good writing.
30 Rock is definitely not the same shit. 30 Rock probably might be the best written television program
I've ever seen. 30 Rock.
No.
Really? Oh my God.
You're missing out. Yeah.
You are missing out.
I got other things to watch.
It's really funny.
It is funny.
You're getting the top tier comedy writer of our time.
It's just rapid fire jokes the entire episode.
Yeah, anything Tina Fey, I don't think you can get any better than her as far as writing goes. But what else do we got on our list here? You want to talk about the meat?
Getting paid in meat?
No, yeah. Well, we
can't talk about it.
Well, we got the line on some meat.
Tom's got a meat line.
And me and Butler, don't email me because it's my meat, not yours. And me and Butler went on a meat run yesterday.
Meat run.
Then we had to run it back.
But then you were but then they were doing weird things. They were like
50 pounds.
They were contacting my wife without me knowing, and then so my wife's pulling out coolers because she's some sort of she's
emergency
she's
coolers?
What's going on with the coolers you need? I go, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, Tom and Butler are coming over here. They need emergency meat coolers. And I'm like, well, I don't know anything about this.
We keep
why are they texting you? and they're and they told me to come to the door in lingerie. And that's my new thing. And also to go get them Qdoba in lingerie.
And by the way, I thought you guys had set the rule that me and Butler weren't allowed to go off on our own.
We did, but you guys don't listen to us.
Yeah,
you know that. That's part of it.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a 30-minute venture. It was a 3 hour.
But I also didn't want to go on the meat run. So
a couple of weeks ago, you guys went off to you went off to True Leave by yourselves, and we didn't see you for 3 days. You're just gone.
Yeah. You shouldn't let me and Butler. And then I hurt myself on his tailgate because it doesn't have the.
You guys pumping on the tailgate?
No, it's an old ass shit truck, and it doesn't have the soft open. So when I was like, oh, I broke my fingers. Your shit truck broke my fingers. It is.
Fuck.
It's true.
We missed all this.
Yeah, we did.
Then I'm putting the meat in the back, and then I'm like, get out of here. And then we saw the bump fucking.
We did. We saw the fucking in Butler Park.
Yeah.
While you're driving around with stolen meat?
They weren't in your garage unloading the meat.
Put the meat in stolen meat. Is the bum following us?
And I'm taking out all the other shit, your shit out of the freezer.
Maisie's asking about hurricane ice.
I couldn't find it.
Go back inside.
Get inside.
You're not supposed to see this.
And then I went in my freezer, and there's just bags of meat, and then all of my glass dildos are missing. I have frozen glass dildos. I mean, those are the ones that I lightly worn before I really, they're all gone.
So
get those back, please.
Last thing on the list, celebrity fish trade, and after we got the fish tank installed, we were talking about, I wonder if when everything kind of gets back to normal, it's going to be a long time, but when comedians start coming back in here,
I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think comedy will ever happen again.
I was like, I bet you some of these comedians, like the rich ones, have saltwater tanks, and I wonder if we could do some start doing some fish swapping, if that's the thing.
Yeah.
We'll get one of Marlon
Fish
Wayne's.
swapping is what I wanted to do.
Never mind. Cards of Humanity. And I was like, I wonder if we can get
Did you just say, no, you can't do humanity?
He said Cardinal Manatee.
Because it sounded like now you want to call humanity.
I didn't say shit. I let it slide, but Dan had to bring it up.
I'm getting back into it so you guys do my work.
God damn it.
You're like, do his work. He needs it.
So what kind of fish do we want?
Well, we're going to go over all that, but I'm
Don't
saying...
give me no Bammer fish.
I wonder if we can send celebrities fish and they could send them, send us fish.
I don't think it's that we just put it in an envelope and
fast! Get to the mailbox.
The water, go! You're spilling it. It's leaking out of the bubble wrap, you idiot.
See if, what's his name? Sean Watson has a line on some piranha still.
No,
we can't do it. They were out of that game.
Didn't the FWC go to his house about
they
that?
did.
Did they?
Yeah, they were very upset about that.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
we're running a legit fish
business here.
I got a line.
Legit
No,
fish.
everything else is.
What's that blowfish that is poison? the Japanese
fugu.
Can we get a fugu in there?
Yeah, and then we got to get somebody that knows how to properly prepare it, and then we eat it, and then we've eaten the most dangerous fish.
Yeah. I feel like
Tuna Daddy could probably do that.
If I taste, I'm like, I got the poison part.
Spit it out. Spit it out. We need milk. Milk cures everything on YouTube videos.
You're going to have to ring
Pee
up
on my
that
tongue.
mic cover by the end of the day.
Pee on my tongue. It hurts. Pee on my tongue. All right, I got a Tiger King. Fuck you now.
Butler's peeing on my tongue.
I'll quit. If that happens, I will quit.
I wouldn't blame it.
I can't be a part of this
What if it's
anymore?
through the jeans, though? What if it's you see no genitals? It's just dripping from the zipper like into his mouth.
I
don't believe you quit. I think you take a couple.
Wow, he's calling your bluff.
Do it
You
right
better
fucking now.
work up a pee.
I got a pee-pee right now.
I feel like you take.
Butler's eyes are glued shut right now. How high are you?
I don't know. I feel,
He goes, I don't
He
know. He goes, how high are you? Butler goes, I don't know. I'm Batman.
I feel like he coupled.
Do you got bats yet in your condo?
No bats.
No bats.
Even the bats stay away. I feel like you'd take a couple days off. But
How high are you, Butler? I don't know.
I like that you don't know how high you are.
How high am I? Joke's on you. I'm the one that smoked.
All right, we gotta get.
We gotta get the hell out of here.
I
gotta go on a meat run.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't talk about it.
You gotta get the meats.
We have the meats.
Don't touch my dildos.
What do we got, guys? Semantics.
What?
I know her name is Sam.
You could listen to Semantics.
You can.
On everywhere podcasts are found.
Yeah, shows come out on Sunday. We're recording tonight. We typically try and record on Friday nights. You can email us, show@semanticspodcast.com. Be a friend. Email the show, unlike Tom, who didn't do it for my birthday that I asked for.
Where are we at on Ross's voicemail?
I sent him a long apology letter. At, it's just a text, a misspelled text.
Yeah, misspelled text says, new phone, who dis?
God damn, I felt so bad because when he
liked the clip artist.
He texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to leave voicemail?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I forgot that night. And then the next day, I was like,
weird.
I sent him a text. I was like, "All right, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm definitely doing it today." Forgot again. Then I waited 3 days.
He knows.
And then I was like, "Today's the day." And then I forgot again.
And he's like, just like my paychecks.
And then he.
I like you gave it 3 days to really prime up, and you're like, I'm going to do it 3 days.
And then I finally sent an apology text, and I'm just like, "I'm sorry.
I can't do it."
You know what?
I'm incapable.
You know the problems.
You
And then-
know, it's a Google Calendar.
And then he's like,
I'm wired to be an asshole.
He's like, "It's too late. We did the show weeks ago." I'm like, "Sorry, anything you
He's
want."
like, who is this? This is Tom.
I'll take an email from Tom tonight.
Whoa.
Belated birthday.
What does that mean?
Belated birthday present.
I was like, "I'll write it down in my hand." I picked up a pencil.
Fucking A, man. You know what? Forget it.
I wrote it on my hand. It's ironclad.
What if I paid Butler to do it? Does it count for
No, it
me?
does not count.
I won't remember.
You want some extra meat? I got that.
Wait a minute.
It's in Daniel.
Don't say that.
It's in Daniel's house.
My husband's going to be mad.
Pee on my tongue.
If you want this meat, you'll pee on my tongue.
Back to back, he asked if I wanted extra meat and told me to pee on his tongue.
No, don't
Yeah.
bother. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's better than you take it off your pants. I've seen that, but pee in my tongue, never had that. Spicy.
Anyway. Well, thank you
Done
guys.
the Lord's work here.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I can't do it
Are you?
anymore. go home. It's Tommy's birthday tomorrow. I gotta.
What are you gonna do? Happy birthday, Tommy!
I gotta rake my grass.
Oh yeah, that's what Tommy wants. Is rake your grass.
We ordered a big old water slide because it's just gonna be Tommy and Max and us.
Chompy.
Yeah, Chompy.
Chompy the beaver.
So we ordered a water slide. Apparently that business is still running. So
is it? Did you call to make sure that you're getting it?
Yeah. They said they just delivered and they said it. They don't run around anybody.
I got a line on water slides.
Well, what do you got?
My trash neighbor.
My trash neighbor.
What he's got one in his
I thought you were the trash neighbor.
No, there's trash here.
Wait, you always act like you live in some like super nice area, but now it sounds like he's just a trash.
He has inflatable slides and everything. He has a business.
Dude, you're a salesman. Get him as a sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what every good salesman does. Is like, get him a sponsor. I don't know about that. Oh, touche.
What is happening today?
Next time.
He did the cheek shake. He was, All right. TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. And, hey, BDMs, we really do appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
The fact that you are supporting the show.
Yeah, we appreciate
so many of you guys have, like, either elevated your membership.
Or signed on,
or signed up, or have gifted us,
donations,
like,
yeah,
$50, $100, $200 here and there, just to kind of help out. And it really does help us out, I don't think anybody here is like super duper concerned, but yeah, it's in the back of our mind. Yeah, it worries us because I think I see my friends and I see other people that are hurting right now, and we've been affected, but that's our job is to make you laugh, not to tell you about how we've been affected.
Yeah, and in our mind, we're like, okay, but like all our restaurant and brewery partners and stuff, like we immediately, when this happened, we're just like, we'll suspend their advertising fees and stuff because they're going through things, but that. It definitely we take a hit, but we knew that the BDMs would step up, and you guys have, and so we're not.
It really means more than you know.
In financial peril right now, and we're working on some things to help other people too. So that helps us help other people.
The charity component of the fish tank. Plus, I hope the fish tank brings us more comedy. I mean, everybody's actually saying that they thought the vibe of the tank brought some good luck to the show today. I would have to agree with that. Yeah, it's nice to have.
Just wait till we get that starfish.
Yeah, it's just nice to have
my
things
shrimp's gonna eat your starfish
in here. Like it's nice to just try to keep
really bad.
That did sound bad. My God,
there is a shrimp that.
Okay, talk about it.
You Steve from Top Shelf Aquatics, who's the sponsor of the saltwater tank that we have, told us about. There's this shrimp. I forgot what it's called.
I'll
Maybe
look it up.
It goes around your tank and it hunts starfish because usually there's starfish are a parasite and they eat the coral. So there's like this starfish parasite. Then you put this shrimp in there and then it goes
Harlequin shrimp?
Harlequin shrimp, yeah. And but the problem is it not only eats the parasite starfish, but it eats any starfish that's in there. And so if we had your chocolate starfish, it may attack
a
and kill them.
starfish that could actually put up a fight? Because honestly,
fuck this shrimp. We don't need the shrimp.
Well, the shrimp is cool. I want little crabs. And
I want a chocolate chip starfish.
But the starfish doesn't do anything. It just
he does. He suction cups across the glass.
But it doesn't move fast. You can't. It just sits there.
No. We want one of these Harlequin shrimp.
Yeah, look at that thing. That thing is awesome. And then, what if we get that on camera? Then it's stabbing the starfish in his brain.
And he's like ripping his arms off. It's just the whole tank is just a red mist.
Let's get into gambling fish fighting.
Yeah, how much does starfish cost? We can time how fast it eats it.
Fish fights.
Don't eat my starfish.
Well, does Harlequin shrimp have an enemy that we can put that in there?
If I were gay and I love the Joker, I would be Harlequin shrimp.
All right, we're gonna get some cool things for that tank, and all that stuff will be announced soon. So anyway,
we got nothing else to do.
Like Daniel said, thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, it really means a lot to you guys, or to us rather, from you guys to have a lot of emails too. People saying like, hey, thank you so much for trying to give us a little bit of normal, because we understand that things are not normal. They are not, but. You have my word and Tom's word that we will do our best to try and at least give the vibe back. And look, it's hard for us. The first couple of weeks we started doing this were shitty.
Yeah.
They were just shitty. But I think we're in a rhythm now, and we're going to have to make the best of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to waste it? No, you can't. There's no time to waste. My daughter said that. It made me laugh. I was playing Animal Crossing, and it's a nice thing to end on. I don't know where she picked it up, but I was like...
You're wasting your time, old man.
No.
I'm like, yes! She is my daughter!
I have something to tell you.
Maybe something did happen at Cards Against Humanity.
I said, look at all these oranges. We got a lot of oranges. We got to harvest all these oranges. She looked at me and she goes... Well, then you have no time to waste. and me and Andrea just start cracking up. She must be watching some superhero, some bullshit, but she said we have no time to waste. We don't. So we gotta have fun. We gotta put smiles back on our faces. You know.
Be cool to each other too. It's
just be cool. Sorry to make it all serious, but thank you guys so much as always for listening and being so cool. Anything else?
Be safe out there.
I love it. I love it. And we'll see you next week.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
And now it's time for the Tom and Dan end of the show footnotes. Today you heard music from
Enter Shikari. Now, I had not heard of this band before, but damn it, do I like what I'm hearing from their brand new Nothing Is True and Everything Is Possible album. You heard the song The Dreamer's Hotel. It's even got this nice little The Prodigy vibe to it. This is my pick of the week. Up next was new music from Lion's Law, French Oi from Paris. Oh, oui, oui, let us go. These guys have been doing punk rock for a very long time, and from their brand new The Pain, the Blood, and the Sword album, you heard the song The Reaper. Well done, fellas. Sun Title was up next with a new EP entitled Pure Forever. Now, you heard the song Big John, or Jawn, the very first track off of this brand new 3-song EP release. We closed out the show with new music from Sweet Crude. Unfortunately, a few members of this band have actually been battling COVID-19. It looks like they are currently on the mend, and when things get back to, whatever, some semblance of normal, they hope to start their tour back up from their brand new Official Artificial album. You heard the song by exactly the same name, and yes, they are singing in both French and English. Sort of hypnotic. We'll see you next week.
Hey,